Every Friday. Where's Christine?
I'm right here.
In the middle?
Ew.
Yeah, she's muted. Yeah, I left way behind him.
She's gone again.
Oh Lord, this is live already. But okay, whatever. I'm at this point. You know what I'm thinking. You know exactly what I'm thinking. But yeah, I'm out of my setting spray of this one now. Out of this one.
What is it? I can't see it.
It's the Profusion matte setting spray. I'm out of that one, so.
I've been using this Holy Mist.
Ooh. Oh yeah, from the Jeffree Star one.
Yeah.
Now, trying to use this one up. The cover one. Like, oh.
And Gypsy loves it. See, I love it. Let's see. Don't be doing that to the camera, dingbat.
My cats would do the same thing. That's with the camera.
Was you being a dingy?
Yeah.
What's my laptop camera? So she's pushing. She doesn't want me to touch the thing because she thinks I'm going to type. Because when I work in the morning, she tries to keep me from typing. That's what she's doing.
That's funny. That is really funny.
Are you back again? There she is.
Yep, she's back.
Okay, now that we're back.
Again. For right now.
Right? What do you think of these colors?
I like it.
Actually, this is a purple.
Or this is.
I was trying to look.
I know, right?
Trying to look.
So dang dark anyway, so hard to tell if it's purple. I said it out loud. Oops.
I'm trying to turn my light down a little bit. There we go. That's better.
Stop washing brushes. Oh, I know that your ear's messing with it. I gotta put more ear medicine on.
Here she comes. Hello.
Hello.
Yep.
So what are your plans for this weekend?
Okay. Temporarily here, aren't we? Oh my gosh.
Oh, I got my grass cut after the 7-day rain. And my grass was like almost 7 inches tall.
Ours
we
get
trimmed the.
So we're glad. Right, Rob?
Finally had a warm day.
Right? Finally. Holy crap, it's been like Rainville.
Huh, we're getting rain
7 days
next
straight
week or
here.
So.
Are you getting our
flood
rain?
prone?
Our rain went south.
I can have it back, by the way.
Send it out west. Anyway, the store manager at Michael's Crafting, he was trying to get me to get the purple, white, and yellow at one point, and I did go back and obviously get it. But it does look pretty together.
Yeah, it does. Looks nice.
Yeah.
I actually started this yesterday at my neurologist's appointment.
Ah. Yeah, today was eventful. Very eventful.
Yeah, right.
Waking up through the night because the cat's knocking stuff over and everything else. I'm like, really? And kids and
Titten keeps trying to sneak in the kitchen, but we have the pocket doors closed.
Right.
And I have to go through there to go to my room. Or to go to the only toilet that's temporarily working. Hmm. Well, we have no kitchen.
Were you able to bring your air fryer into a different part of the house?
Yeah.
I improvised. Over here is our temporary kitchen in the dining room. Hey, girl,
Oh,
there
my goodness.
Whatever works.
was a detachable counter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the kitchen table, that's our temporary kitchen setup. Whatever works.
Hey, whatever works. Yeah, that'll work. Got your
So-
coffee pot and your air fryer. That's all that matters.
Coffee beans, air fryer, some jugs of water because we don't have working in the kitchen. Yeah.
So when do they start on that?
Soon, I hope.
Let's hope it's soon.
Meanwhile, Rob can tell you part of what's going on.
Oh, please do, Rob. Please do.
Yeah, because we're confused.
Good
Yes.
evening, ladies. How are you?
Doing good, and you?
Excellent.
I'm good.
Awesome to hear. So the guy that came out today,
He was pretty
was-
cool.
he was
Brilliant.
he's actually off the chart intelligent. I mean, wow. But anyway, he figured the whole thing out.
I have to blame your ex because she always poured grease down the thing. There's no
Oh,
grease.
so it was grease. It was a clog then.
They can't get it unclogged.
Well, grease will harden just like cement after a while.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rob.
You already robbed it. You went right to the chase. You're like, Rob, explain it. And then we went, bam!
I said I have to blame your ex.
Bam!
It could be that.
Rob, can you give us an explanation?
Go ahead. You want to
Sure.
explain her little
No, you did it.
tampon flush?
You did it.
Her tampon flush?
You were so perfect with your timing and concise, and the
Holy
words
Ghost.
perfect.
All right, she flushed tampons, and the first time he had to have the not only that, but those wipes, those coochie wipes.
Yeah.
I don't use that shit. But she flushed a bunch of those because we have septic, and
Right.
then no trap, and she dumps grease and oil.
Well, a lot of people don't know that you don't supposed to do that.
But
Yeah.
with the septic tank that's supposed to have a trap. And it
Yeah,
doesn't.
A lot of tanks don't have that. That's what happened to our first plumbing accident, was because a lot of the original house owners put grease in there. Because we never put grease.
Then there's evidence from the floor that they ripped up that there was a fire in the house before Rob bought it. We don't eat from Papa Luigi's anymore. They're from former owners of this house.
So
Yes, they're the former owners of the house. But also, I don't think the realtor didn't did a proper assessment of the house thing.
No, this county fucked Rob over when he bought this house. Go
How did
ahead,
the county fucked him over?
go ahead, Rob.
Because that's the realtor thing and the owners, not the county.
Go ahead and explain the septic tank. I'll be quiet.
Ladies,
Yes.
hi.
Again.
Hi.
So
I hear you.
I'll fill in the blanks a little bit.
Okay.
So this house used to have, so it's technically a 4-bedroom, like 2.25 bath, right?
Right.
Mhm.
Well, so it used to, before, when it came on the market, before I bought the pavers, or when I signed the pavers and they came out in the county inspected, they said that the septic was not up to, code, whatever. They had to
Right.
redo it. The owners had to spend $30,000 to put in a new septic system.
Mm-hmm.
And on paper, originally there was 2 separate 1,000 gallon tanks for a total of 2,000 gallons. And like both ends of the house basically had their own 1,000 gallon tank. And all they did was supposedly consolidate it into one tank of 2,000 gallons. That's what it says on the paperwork that I have. And that's what the county has. However, every septic person I've had out to pump it for maintenance or because we thought it might be full has only been able to pump 1,000 or 1,100 gallons, maybe 1,200. And everyone says it's only 1,000 gallon tank. So even the guy that was out today, who's pretty whiz bang,
Roto-rooter.
he said there's no way that 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms can operate off of a 1,000 gallon anaerobic septic tank. So he was really good. He opened up all the. I was scared to death because he opened up all the clean outs inside the house.
Even
Yep.
he
Right.
went to the crawl space.
That's what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, no one else did it because they was afraid, and I was afraid there was going to be like a rush of.
Sewage everywhere.
Yeah, like
So-
backup, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but usually they usually suck it up.
Well,
They
they
suck
were.
it up. Usually.
Sometimes life sucks, but then when things do suck like that, it might be even better. Anyway,
Yeah, right. So yeah, you're right about that, Alex. But so they technically already did the remediation,
Uh-huh.
and we've had I don't know how many
sucked it
plumbers
real
out here.
good. No, they did though.
You're in
So
rare
what?
form. So he's like he was real good. He was like tapping the lines, and he was listening, feeling for coldness or whatever. He's like, I really don't think these lines are like there's any water like below a certain point. And I was like, you're not gonna do what I think you're gonna do, are you? He's like, well, we'll just crack it a little bit and see what happens. I'm like, scared to death, right? We're talking while he's working and stuff. Anyway, you open up all the lines you could get to, and it is grease lining the pipes and a complete clogging. So he can't say that the grease is the reason for the clog. All I can say is that it's a combination of grease buildup in the wall. And if that led to a clog or not, I'm not sure. The grease buildup's only maybe 1/4 of an inch thick around the entire pipe, and it's a standard thick drainage pipe.
Right.
Right.
So anyway, the next step is this, and then he gave me an estimate, and the only way to fix it is to dig it up from the outside and
Does
fix.
that mean getting rid of that deck?
No.
Damn.
So the guy figured out a way to correct the plumbing problem that should have been, it was basically installed wrong. So
Right.
despite the because so it's basically installed wrong. So he gave us an estimate and gave us like a $3,500 break. So either the insurance company has to pay $7,000, or I got to come up with a way to pay $7,000, and they offer financing to dig up the backyard, rerun the lines at the correct pitch, to put the right connectors in, as well as clean outs for each of 3 individual lines, which are apparently connected wrong. So if you can imagine, like
It's
a cross or a T,
Right.
that's really what they have going on. So the 3
Oh,
lines,
so like a 90-degree angle bend.
Yeah.
that doesn't work
Yeah,
right.
that's not good. You're not allowed to have that in sewage.
You're
No.
not. So
Yeah,
you're
that's
exactly.
totally wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I just did the sewage on this house, and they only allow up to 45-degree angle, to angle to the street.
Yep.
Right.
That's it. Nothing.
Yes.
Nothing more.
in the septic and did that plumbing. Complete freaking idiot.
Yeah. So in order for it to
I mean,
do
is
what
there any way to bring that price down? Or are you like,
Yeah.
do you know how to do any of the work yourself? Could you do some of the inside lines?
No.
if I'm not trying to say I'm like
We don't have the
on my
equipment to do it.
deathbed, but the pipe is only like 18 inches in the ground. So to answer your question, that simple plumbing I could do if I was physically able to do it. But
Gotcha.
I
Yeah,
can't.
physically not able.
It would everybody would probably be happy if I tried, because I'd probably like end up,
No, I wouldn't be happy if something happened to you. But we're finally starting to get the mail delivered to the house, not across the street at the mailboxes over there where it's fucking dangerous to cross a freaking interstate to get our mail. Right?
That's crazy.
Because my pallet from Ann was supposed to be delivered yesterday, but the Elmer post office marked our address as we don't live here anymore.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah.
I hadn't crossed the river to get the mail in a while.
And it had kind of filled up.
But
But we worked that out, and I got something from my neurologist yesterday saying that I'm not allowed to cross that busy interstate to get the mail, and please have it delivered to the house. So the post office works with that, which is cool. Anyway.
That is good.
Yeah, you shouldn't be crossing an interstate to get your mail.
Exactly. That doesn't make sense.
A lot of those places were very rural, and then all the big highways come in and they never move the mailboxes.
Right? That's
They just leave them there.
And it's ridiculous. So it's
Yeah, I'd
like,
expect you to run across the 4-lane highway to get your mail.
it's like playing chicken.
yeah.
True.
Good, Rob.
Yeah, so Christine, you're right about the 90-degree angle thing.
Yeah.
And if you can imagine, and I'll end just stop this story with this cross thing. So if you can imagine, there's like one end of the house that's got to exit. There's another end that's got to exit pipe.
Right.
And there's one that comes right out of the main, from the center of the house where the kitchen's at.
Right.
But they all meet in like a cross or a T formation into one pipe that goes right into the septic tank.
Crazy.
So really, it's doing exactly what we thought it did, and on paper on the diagram.
Right.
In order for it to end up in that T or cross kind of configuration,
Right.
each outside lines has to do two 45-degree turns. And then it runs into a degree intersection. And so essentially,
The original plumber's math was wrong, screw, and bent in different directions.
yeah, so there's basically a big loop outside the house and piping that
Right.
runs through T. And
So
so like,
everything rushes up to it and slams up against where that T is, and that would cause a clog.
well,
Right.
you're right. It would cause a clog, or it would allow like fluid to run in one direction with an air bubble,
Right.
and allow it to run into the other pipe up towards the other bathroom.
Gotcha.
So
Like
that's how.
like causing a backflow. In
That's
other
exactly. Yes.
Gotcha.
So the way it's been working apparently is off of that. It's been going back and forth with liquid in it instead of doing what it's supposed to do. And then when it finally settles down at night while we're sleeping, then it slowly drips or slowly drains out to the main tank. But the main line, which comes out of the kitchen, is completely clogged. But it's not completely clogged with
Yeah, they haven't torn out the kitchen sinks yet. So they got to
But-
tear out the kitchen.
So the problem was basically this: there's no way to tell, because when they redid the septic tank, they never ripped the deck off when I first bought the house. So,
And it's a crappy deck.
well, now, so it could have been the people who lived here before, because they never replaced that section of piping because they didn't rip the deck up.
Does that explain why Pia's mom last year was asking you if you were going to sell the house?
I don't know. Maybe.
She knew that they purposely. The owner of the local Papa Luigi's, she's shisty. Her ex-husband has the other Papa Luigi's location in Elmer.
So anyway, long story short, if the insurance doesn't cover it, I got to come up with the funds to fix it. And then there's a question if it's covered under the insurance or not. So well,
What happens if they can't unclog the clog?
Well, I think they can unclog the clog.
Where clogs to do that?
But unless they fix that T intersection,
Yeah.
it's always gonna it'll come back to create problems in the future.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm done. I'm sorry.
So what is the guy that was looking at it today? What's his solution? Like, because it sounds like they didn't actually. Did they not put enough drain field around that septic as well?
No, Reuter's not the one that put all this shit in. It was somebody else.
Yeah, I understand that, but I meant he looked at it like, is there enough of a drain field and all that, or is just every pipe have to be replaced?
Well, actually, That's a good question. It's just the pipes that run. Some of the pipes are bellied,
Right.
off pitch. So for a gravity fed system,
Well, my thought on
solution-
that is because it's gravity fed and in the basement. Underneath, and this is why he and I think they should rip up the deck. For gravity fed, it should be going out of the house at an angle instead of in at an angle. That makes no fucking sense.
Oh yeah, it can't be angled back towards the house.
Yeah, well, it is.
yeah,
Well, there's
because-
a lot of your problem right there.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
Like, wow. I mean,
Well, so-
it's not from the house settling, right?
no, it's actually where because they didn't rip the deck up to repitch the angle.
Oh, so they kind of they angled it up so they could go under the deck instead of ripping the deck up and fixing it the right way.
It was that, or they did the septic tank so that it was at the right depth
But they
to make
fucked
the
up
right
anyway.
pitch. But if you can imagine how hard that would be,
Right.
so they tried to set the septic tank in a new place where one never existed before, but leave the piping in place, and they try to get the septic tank at the right height to get the pitch correct.
Wow.
And since the pipes are the drain pipes are only about what's it, 18 inches at most
Yeah.
below the surface.
Yep.
That so the solution is basically everything else seems to be okay.
Right.
I might be able to get the county to
I know that's a big ass pair of scissors.
because the county Department of Health signed off that it was a 2,000 gallon tank and it's only 1,000. But his solution is to fix it permanent. Is to basically retrench or dig up the existing pipeline, all three of them.
Right.
Well, it does not mean they have to rip up the deck. Because the pitch under that deck is wrong. I'm just saying.
So you're trying to tear off the deck.
Because it's horrible. I don't like that deck anymore. It's a piece of crapola. Okay.
Yeah. But there's only a certain part. Like if you tear off the deck, the insurance company probably won't cover it. They might cover
We don't need the deck. We need a patio.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have like that kind of money, right? So
No.
That is a lot of money to
That's
just,
a big chunk of change to come up with.
yeah.
Cement patio is not that hard to make.
it would be good if I didn't, somebody hadn't ripped me for like 100K and stole 67,000 out of it.
I know.
But because they did all that, it drove my credit score down and behind on bills. So like I couldn't even
Right.
get a try. So it's either the insurance is going to cover it, or I'm going to have to try to get the Army to help out some kind of way. But either way, it's digging up the existing pipelines and putting in the proper pitch.
Right. Yeah, that's just a lot to come up with all at one time. I mean,
Yeah.
can you put some down and will they start it or they want it all up front?
That's a good question.
They'll start it on my authorization. So if right now it's just
Hanging on to see what the insurance will do.
yeah, I'm trying to wait and find out if the insurance how much the insurance will cover, if anything,
Right.
because then that determines. You know what I mean? I'm still
I mean,
paying
is there
like
any way can you refinance the house just for that amount? Man, but interest is so high right now.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So yeah, like, I'm not complaining, but like people have like really hosed me over. Like the second mortgage, like that was bought out by a private investor,
Right.
and that person closed the line of credit on the house. So
Got
Shite.
you.
so at this, like if that was still open and if it was with the original company or any of the other mortgage companies, I could easily just go in and punch out a line of credit on the house and pay for it, right?
Right.
But because they closed it, I'd have to try to refinance a second mortgage or a second line of credit,
Right.
and that's not going to happen with my credit. But anyway, it was pretty shicey because they wouldn't even tell me the name of the investor, and it was one person. It
Yeah, that's
wasn't,
weird.
and they only hold it long enough to close the line of credit, so I couldn't tap in any more
It
equity
just
in the
seems like
house.
something your niece would do.
It seemed like something somebody would do.
Well,
But yeah,
she is in real estate, right?
anyway, yeah, that's about it. The nice thing is they gave us food money.
They did. First week we paid $266 for food from Wawa,
Holy shit.
mostly salads and breakfast.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I think they're giving us like $30 a day per person.
I'm just trying to sit here and think of something, a way for you to be able to finance that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, they got their own finance section or whatever. So I mean, I told the guys like my credit score is too poor. You know what I mean?
Right.
There is potential like free help from the VA and other stuff. I just have to be able to tell them how much it is and what it is.
Yeah, that's
Right.
like with that walk-in tub that we got for Heidi. It's
Oh,
originally $6,000, but Matt used his VA, his veterans
Yep.
yeah.
like coupon. Then they gave him another coupon, and Home Depot kicked in, so it ended
Oh,
up
nice.
costing the whole total price delivered is $2,400.
That's not bad. That's good. That is good.
Now, is that one of the walk-in tubs
Yeah,
with the little door on it?
yeah. It has the door, and then
Oh yeah, what you see on
the
that
door opens out, which is more helpful for Heidi. It opens out, and you get in, and there's also there's like a back wall to it that if you want to shower, sit down and shower, you can shower as well.
Oh yeah, the thing that used to advertise online on TVs. So
Yeah.
that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm sorry to hear that you had to pay anything because normally the VA will cover all of it.
Well, that's not his natural daughter, so maybe that has something to do with it.
Yeah, it could be.
But I mean, it knocked it down from 6,600 to 2,400.
That's a bit.
And then we can pay it off same as cash if we get it paid off in 2 years. But I just got my bonus from the soap that I did for Easter and all that. I just got all that money in, so I already have half of it. And I bought the tile. I bought the tile and all that. So
it won't be allowed to even get the other half.
Botox story. Like my neurologist was putting the Botox in. She comes over here. She put the Botox in right here.
right?
Some of it went dripping down my ear and got in my ear. This ear was ringing really bad, and now it's not ringing really bad. I know Botox got in the ear and trying to fix that.
It will.
But I'm very excited for Heidi though.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Once all the rest of like it'll get dropped off between the 18th and 24th, and then the tile on that came the other day. And then I picked up the shower chair for the outside.
I
So
bet
when she
Heidi
gets out, she can
excited.
sit in it and get dressed.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
it's like a shower bench
Oh yeah.
slash chair, but it helps, that she has something and when she gets out of the tub, she can sit in, get herself dried off,
And dress. Yeah.
until she's able to completely bend forward because she's not
Yeah.
allowed to do that right now.
Oh,
So
yeah.
she needs help with like her bottom half of her body.
Absolutely. I totally
'Cause
understand that.
She's not allowed to bend forward that far, but she's doing really good though. She's like washing and dressing her upper body totally.
I
And
know,
her front,
Heidi.
and like she can do her front private, but she's not allowed to twist. So
Oh,
she can't do
yeah.
her bottom and the bottoms of her legs.
Oh.
Because she's not allowed to twist, but
Yep.
she's doing really well. And she's taking herself to the bathroom at night completely by herself
That's great.
and being able to get back into the bed
Mhm.
without yelling for help. I mean, it's been about, I don't know, what's today, the 5th? I'm going to
Yeah.
say about 8 days now, up in the middle of the night, because she's calling for me because she couldn't get herself clean, like wiped off and her pants back up and all that. 'Cause
Rob?
once they started doing squats, because she could do squats in the walk,
Laugh about
holding
that,
onto
like-
the walker. That
Yeah.
seemed to be better for her to be able to get in and out of bed too
Yeah.
on her
Awesome.
own.
Well, it's great that, you're able to help her like that and that she has these things coming in because it's great,
Yeah, it's a
Mhm.
load off my mind because when we first started looking into it, we were gonna rip the one the bathroom that's
Mhm.
attached to the kitchen, but we can't because it's a load-bearing wall. So we're
Oh.
taking out a closet in the dining area. So it's not gonna take up that much space. And everybody was saying, well, what about your dining room? What about it?
Yeah, right?
We have to make it handicapped accessible. That's
Exactly.
what we have to do. And it's not like
Exactly.
my mom's getting any younger. What if my mom needs to use it?
That's
You know?
Exactly.
I'm not getting any younger. What if I need to use it? I
There
mean,
you
there
go.
might be a time when I can't make it up the steps.
Exactly.
So you have one downstairs, And what I like about it is you can sit down. The built-in bench in it, and so
Yeah, I've seen the ads for those where like the old lady is like stepping in and then she
Right.
sits.
yeah, it has
Mhm.
like a built-in bench in it. I mean, because I thought about like the shower and the shower chair, but you all know, well, maybe you don't, but I think Shar would know how dangerous shower benches can be inside the shower.
Rob knows because of his mother.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if they collapse, I just like that bigger, like that built-in bench. It's not going to collapse. It's not going to slide.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because the shower bench that we got, it's a nice one. It's from the medical company and the one I picked up the other day. And I like it. But we tried it out upstairs just to see, like, once it gets wet. And the 1 foot of it wiggles
Yeah.
around in the shower. And that's all it takes. She'd go to stand up. If that slid, she'd be on her ass.
Oh, she would. That would be
So-
horrible.
Yeah, so I like it that there's that built-in bench part and it's deep enough and you know that it's comfortable when you sit in it. You don't feel like you're gonna fall on the
Right.
on the
Right.
floor. And it has a surround too, so she feels like she's secure. You
Mhm.
know.
That's good.
But when they first said 6,600, of course I was going to get it one way or the other.
Right.
You know what I
You
mean? It was
had
like
to
she
pay
needs
off
it, I'm
that
getting
five-
it. So, but I was going to refinance my house. But then when Home Depot kicked off 1,000, and then they gave us that coupon for same as cash if we paid it off in 2 years, then
Mhm.
the VA kicked off that 1,400 and brought it down to 2,400. I was like, all right, I can do that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Even
Yeah.
if on payments, same as cash, it's only 200 a month
Yep.
That's
Better
or
than
100 a month, actually, for 24 months, same as cash. That'd be
Yeah.
100 a month.
it
And I can
Exactly.
afford that.
It would be.
But I
it's
already
like,
got half of it saved back. I already have it in my saving account. Because like I
mean-
said, I did all those bonus soaps for that one store in Florida. She gave me a bonus for getting it all there, because it was one of those things where I need this and I need it now, where I was up soaping for 3 days straight,
oh wow.
hours of the night getting it done. And
Oh,
I
wow.
got it done, so she gave me a bonus.
Oh wow.
She paid me for the soap and then gave me a bonus on top of it.
Yeah, that's nice.
So
I mean, that's awesome.
plus I'm a saver anyway. So I always try to save for a rainy day.
Absolutely.
Because my grandmother
there's
used
been
to
a lot
always
of
say,
those
pay
lately.
yourself first.
You just said you gotta save for a rainy day, and we've had a lot of those lately.
Yeah, and it's raining, so I'm spending.
Hey, Christine,
Yes.
you hit on a very good point, and you do. Congratulations on that work. I've got the other opposite thing going on. I'm the bank of Rob. Every time I get paid, people come to me like an ATM and take money out.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Every time he gets paid, because unfortunately his ex
When
knows.
my kids were younger, it was like that, but
Yeah.
His ex always asks for extra money. Like, no. Well, she needs clothes, their daughter. Well, that's what child support's for.
I'm glad I don't deal with exes.
My
I
ex,
had no exes, so I'm good.
my ex lives in Texas, and I'm okay with that.
Mine live in Florida.
See,
All my exes are
My
in Florida.
ex-boyfriend is in Florida, but I'm good with his ass.
I'll be right back.
okay,
Hmm.
go ahead, Rob. You got a crack on that too, because we're cracking on it. Crack-a-lack.
Well, I actually feel like all over a lot. I'm not trying to say I'm a hoe. I'm just saying like they're not one of
The
those
whole
places-
whole to that. And then when you were in high school, your girlfriend then was like in her 30s.
35.
Yeah, when he was in high school, a girlfriend of his was 35 years old.
Yeah, I remember telling him to see. Hey there, Salem. I remember him telling that story.
Yeah, about, he didn't want to sleep and, because he needed it. Ugh.
I'm telling
Took
you.
your keys away, but went in and your dad was probably like, it's not that serious, boy. It's
I got a little bit of stubbornness in me, Alex, if you do.
gee. Did psychic activity. We're still using the thing that my ex-sister-in-law said. Yeah, it wasn't mental telepathy. Oh my
I know you're stubborn because you're still here in the world, still living. So I know you're stubborn.
You know what I have him kind of
Well, thank
addicted
you.
to? Wawa salads. Because you need a Wawa where you live.
Mm.
Hopefully they'll go there. They went to Florida. They should come to Georgia.
I don't know what part they can go to.
Are you
Yeah.
anywhere near Fort Benning, Georgia?
Mm-mm. I live like really close to Alabama, maybe an hour or so away from Alabama. I live like 30 minutes away from Atlanta.
Oh, really? Because when I was in like Fort Benning, Georgia,
Yeah.
June, July, and August, it was so hot and humid. I swear, and it rained every day. Like there was a torrential downpour between 4 and 5.
Oh yeah.
I swear, I was like, I will never come back here. As I left the gate, I swore to myself, I made an oath. I was like, I will never come back to Georgia again.
Aw. It's not bad as you get used to it. It's better than Florida.
It might be, but I don't know.
You've
I
been
don't
to
like the
Florida.
cold. I like the heat. So I always stay
Me.
inside anyway. So there you go.
Yeah,
The
that's
only time it gets really, really hot in Georgia, I will say in August.
yeah. Well, for me, it wasn't really the heat; it was the humidity. Is it not humid where you are?
Not really. Right now it's raining, but not humid.
Yeah.
It can be like if it's like really hot, like in the summer and everything else. Yeah, it can get humid really quick, but that's usually just due to the rain.
I'm not scratching, I'm rubbing. Oh, the injection sites itch.
I hope so. Means that it's healing.
Or I can just sit here like this for the rest of the video. People might come on and be like, oh my God, is that the girl from The Ring?
I distinctly remember though, like getting up and like, our bays were air conditioned, but
Mhm.
getting dressed in, military uniform. And by the time like we made it from, the second story down to like under the eaves outside, like just being soaked in sweat from the humidity and the heat and just,
It also depends where it is. If it's like close to the beach, I will say, yeah, I can get humid. But like I said, I live like an hour or maybe an hour 30 minutes, depending on the traffic. This is Alabama, and probably takes 3 or 4 hours to get to South Carolina. So it depends where you're going
Yeah.
and where it is. Other than like Florida's always hot and humid no matter where it is.
Sorry about that. I had to run down and turn the light on so he could pull the motorcycle in.
Oh, Matt.
I don't know if you could hear it or not when he pulled in, but
No.
he texted me and was like, turn the light on so I can see to pull into the bike.
Yeah, we don't want him to crash.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We don't
Sorry,
want
I've been eating the whole time we've been on, but I'm starving to death.
Girl,
We're fine. We're fine. I'm drinking my bubbly.
I always get like the little after headache after my Botox. That's only for a few days. And it fades.
Botox, I can't use it.
Really?
No, I reacted really horrible to it. So
Oh my.
Some people
never
don't have
again.
reaction. Some people are okay with it.
Last time I made it, it wasn't for medical use. Oh,
Bruh. Mr. WMD. Hey, hand me your shoes for a minute. Your blue one. Your new one. Look what I bought for Rob. These his new shoes.
Oh yeah, the shoes that you showed us.
The
Yeah,
Skechers.
nice.
Yeah, the Instagram was being stupid yesterday or so. It's like I can't see nothing.
Yeah, at first they wouldn't come up, and then you had to go out of the chat and then back in to click it.
Yeah, it was weird.
I think they changed something. That's why.
Yeah, they probably did.
But
Because they were doing all these updates and shit.
oh,
Mhm.
every system is updating and it's annoying. TikTok is trying to tell me that it can't upload my latest Wawa video. I'm appalled.
So, Christine, what kind of
Yeah.
bike? What kind of bike?
It's a Dyna.
Mhm.
Harley
Really?
Davidson Dyna.
Ooh.
Wow.
And then he has a Vulcan. And then, yeah, it's a Vulcan. He has a Vulcan. He was on the Harley tonight. And I forget what year it is. Maybe a 2002 Dyna.
I remember when the Vulcans first came out, I wanted one so bad.
His is really nice. It almost looks like a full dresser. Cute.
Wow.
We came home earlier and the cat was at the window. Had to get a picture.
Oh, he's cute.
He's our little fatty brat, but
I'll try. Let me see if I can find a picture of it.
I was trying to cut my cat's nail yesterday.
uh-huh.
And my cat is vicious when she's freaking mad as hell. I don't know if my camera will show it or not. I was cutting her nails, but I cut her nails today, finally.
Oh, you cut her.
That's what my cat decided to do on my stomach.
Oh, girl. Damn. I see that.
Or that's your story and you're sticking to it.
That's what my cat did. I was trying to
The nails.
Is that
trying
where
to
that's
cut her nails, and she's like, "Hell the freak no!" And then I got her because she knew I was going to get her again. I was like, "Okay, whatever." So I'm going to pick her up. So she shows who's boss. Then I go over to my sister's room. Like I was planning to do her nails because we're trying to cover her up and everything because she's vicious when she doesn't want her nails cut or anything. So we tried to cover it. My sister got hurt, but she got scratched. Then I was coming back, hey, what's up, girl? Then she decides to scratch me up again.
Oh,
She was mad. But today, I sat on my bed, got my blanket, wrap her up, got her nails done. Looky here, Brad. I'm going to get your nails done no matter if you like it or not.
that's
wow.
It was like, then I had to get Lion. And she's a fighter to the max. I had to get her too. I got Halloween yesterday. I had to cut her back claws and her front claws because they were sharp.
I'd be
And that's
afraid.
what she did to me. Like, geez, I'm here getting beat up by my cats today.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
I just sent you a picture. That on the Vulcan on the right-hand side, and then my son is on his Harley on the left-hand side. And then there's a little Sportster in that picture if you want to show Rob.
I see that. That red one.
Yeah, that's the little Sportster. We
Yeah.
sold that.
Know about
But
sports.
Matt's on the Vulcan.
oh,
I always wanted a Vulcan when I first saw them when they first came out.
Why? Because you want to live long and prosper.
No, I
And then
You
that's the
don't
one he
know I
was
would
just
do
riding.
that, Bull.
The second picture is the one he was just on.
Right. Her husband is this guy. That's the Vulcan.
I like your husband.
He's native.
What's that?
I like your husband. Not in like a band, like
Yeah, I know
Not
what you mean.
gay, but
not
the burly way. You know, like
not like some kind of confused man, sexual. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know what you mean. And then the
You-
other guy's my son.
Oh, that's cool. Because again, I'm a lesbian and a man's body. But yeah, your son's cool too.
and the black and red one is the Sportster.
Nice.
Yeah, we sold that one.
Oh. Okay, the second picture.
That's the dino.
Okay.
At least it should be.
The maroon one.
Yeah,
It looks-
'cause it's hard. It was hard to see when I was trying to pull the pictures down.
Oh, okay.
That's nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
I did.
Adam Sandoval's going to be coming into PA. I
And the
don't.
reason why the umbrella's up in the picture is because it was starting to rain and Matt was changing the oil.
Oh, yeah.
So I put the umbrella up.
Idea.
That is that's very thoughtful of you.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
next.
he might melt. I mean, God forbid, he might melt or turn into a frog or something.
Well, I got this classic
Don't
like
worry, sugar doesn't melt.
Don't worry. Next month, we got to meet up with Adam Sandoval.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you'll be interested in one of these Harley trikes.
I think
Yeah.
my favorite is the Heritage Softail. That's the bike I like.
Yeah.
yeah, I would love to have I've rode street bikes before.
I mean, the Road King and the Road Glide, those are pretty nice.
I took a Heritage Softail on a little road trip for like a 2-hour road trip. It was very comfortable. And
I
it was
believe.
easy. It was easy for someone my size to handle, even though I was a little bit short for it and had to kind of like lean off to the side when we stopped. It
Yeah.
was still like as big as, even though it's kind of a bulky bike, it was very easy to handle for a woman my size
Yeah.
and being short. You know what I mean? But
Yeah. I mean, even though nowadays they adjust the height suspension on a bike so it can be lowered.
yeah.
Just
Well, I think it was as low as it would go without dragging on the ground.
like about that far from the road.
Yeah,
I
because
love
at the
it.
time I had a 1200 Sportster, and the guy that owned the Heritage Softail traded with me, and so I could see what his was like, and he rode my bike, and so I got to ride his bike for 2 hours, and it was very
Awesome.
comfortable. But I would have never bought it. I wouldn't never bought a bike like that because it was just a little bit too big for me.
Yeah.
You know, like especially if you're going up and down hills, my feet, there's no way I would be able to reach.
Yeah.
Like to start off on a hill if I had to stop, you know.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that I've been on is like, and this is when I was a teenager, a quad, and what's the other one? Well, now it's the 3 tires, not a trike. This is off-road.
They still call them a trike, the 3-wheel trikes for
Okay.
off-road.
Right. Anyway, so I've rode one of those and a quad. I was pretty comfortable with that. They only had to show me once and off I went.
Yeah, once you get the clutch down, it's
Yeah.
pretty easy.
Now, I'm hoping to get a Harley, but like because my back issues and stuff that I got from the military.
But
Yeah.
the trikes have that seat.
I think I'm gonna have to get a trike though, because I don't think I could.
Well,
Well,
you're
see,
also
now,
going to stop growing.
Matt's had a couple back surgeries and that because he was injured in the Gulf War.
Yeah.
And
sorry.
the Vulcan's much more comfortable for him to ride if he's going on a long ride, like if he goes to visit his daughter. And we
Yep.
live in Pennsylvania and he drives down to West Virginia to visit his daughter. He takes the Vulcan every time. Tonight he
Yeah.
rode the Harley around because he went down to drop off something for his buddy, some kind of tool that he needed, and then he ran to the store and then ran home. He'll take the Harley on short trips because anything over an hour and his back just starts screaming.
Yeah, the Vulcan.
But on the Vulcan, it's almost like a full dresser. You can really sit and there's more support and and it has the flat foot pegs, like it has the foot boards instead of pegs. So
Yes.
that's way more comfortable for him.
Yeah, there's a lot of those footboards coming out now.
Yeah, you can get any bike modified too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
If you have back issues. I mean, Harley will modify anything.
Oh, they will. And Indian has been doing the same thing.
Yeah, my friend has an Indian and he has they added a backrest in just for back support and
Yeah.
and it doesn't take away from the bike either because it's all leather. They make it look like it was meant to be like that. You know?
Yeah.
But Rob, you might want to go with the Vulcan, like like that style that Matt has, because that's real comfortable with his back issues.
Yeah, I think I would. I mean, that might be an option, but I would have to give it a try. I don't think that I
Or
could.
get one of those ones that has the 2 wheels in the back and the 1 wheel in the front. Those new ones.
Yep, that's what I was thinking of.
I thought
Yeah,
that
they
had
look pretty comfortable.
in the back.
I waited in line to drive one of them, but
I think
I
those
got
are
tired of waiting. It was like 90 degrees, and they
Isn't
were
that
letting
Can-Am?
you test drive them, and I just couldn't take the heat anymore, and I ended up not doing it. So I never
think
got to drive with.
Can-Am, right?
What's that?
That's the Can-Am.
Yeah, I think that's what they call them, Can-Am. Yeah.
They're a lot. Those Can-Ams, I know somebody who has one. I've never driven it, but they can take a turn like a regular bike,
Right.
pretty hard. Whereas a regular trike, you always got to. It's stable, but you always got to be careful because it is a trike. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you guys got to take it easy on the turns. Our neighbor has one. He just said turning's a little different. Your best bet would be go up in a parking lot and really take it on some figure eights and some good sharp turns like you would have on a street till you get the hang of it. He just said the way you turn it's just totally different from the small, the regular trike.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he just said you kind of got to go out and he said it's almost like driving a truck, like a longer truck.
That's one thing about Harley Davidson that I can say that I like is they actually have the training. So you can't just take the bike. You pay for it, but you have to train.
Right.
They have people there to train people to learn how to ride.
Yeah, you have to have a motorcycle license in PA too. And you have to take a course before you can get it.
Yep.
Florida was like that too.
Then I could start my own biker club.
There you go. You could do a riders club.
Yeah, whatever one that does.
Rob's Riders must bring your own stripper pole.
Pole optional.
Right?
Yeah, so since we're omitting that one closet in that dining room, I have to use my China hutch for what it's meant to be used for, China.
Yeah.
And so I'm moving my mom's dolls up into her room, and I found a secondhand like doll cabinet, with the glass.
Oh,
So
that's
found one of them, and I'm looking for another one. And I'll just put her dolls in her room.
Sorry, like Rob and I always have to make this space. We neither one like dolls.
Oh yeah, my mother has dolls everywhere. Everywhere.
No wonder your house is haunted. She brought the souls with her.
Nah. There's no bad spirits here.
Rob's still making a face. Go ahead and tell me
not
about
all
that.
dolls are evil, so there you go.
Go ahead, Rob. Tell me about the hutch your mom
I should go
had.
take a picture of Heidi's dolls. They'd shit.
Oh, Halloween base.
Hold on. I'll be back.
Okay.
I can't.
She's back with a doll. Oh, she can take. Oh. What's your take on dolls, Alex?
They don't creep me out.
No.
No, they don't freak me out or anything. It all depends on what the soul is in them.
I don't like antique dolls. If you,
Nothing bothers me anymore, including the succubus that comes by my room every night, apparently.
Well, that succubus knows energy is, so there you go.
That's why I don't got no energy. I'm half dead. But I'm like the Energizer Bunny. I keep going.
no, that's only after coffee.
True.
But after breakfast from Wawa, you're back to sleep.
I'm like, oh my goodness.
And like they ran out of scrambled eggs today, right?
Yeah.
And so one of the employees was like, well, would it be okay if we took some of the egg patties and just cut them up and that's scrambled eggs? And I'm like, absolutely. Because that's
There you
breakfast,
go. Whatever works.
right?
Eggs is eggs, man. The eggs finally went down. The prices went down with the eggs finally.
Did
It
they?
was the longest bit was about almost $21 last year. It went down to $18 beginning of the year and went the longest time is $12. Now it's $8 for a 60 count.
For how many?
For a 60.
60.
At Walmart?
Uh-huh.
Walmart was charging that crazy ass.
But it's for
Huh?
60. For 60.
For 60
Yeah.
eggs. Yeah.
Look
Get
at,
it?
look at,
Kroger.
look at crate.
Now it's probably get back to $5 or $6 the next 2 months. So that's the regular price for that one.
Still,
$5 to $6. Well, over
Walmart.
here for our 12 eggs for before all of the stuff went happen, it was like 99 cents to 89 cents.
Yeah, I know, but damn, I
Yes.
used to buy 60 count of eggs for $5.
Well, it's going to be soon. I already told my sisters before we were going out of eggs because my brother does the carnivore diet, so he's been slowing down a lot. So everybody in the house eats eggs. We use eggs for baking, making pancakes, for breakfast or anything for the kids and for my sister. So we eat a lot of eggs.
Yeah, it is.
So
I mean, we've just been going to Wawa lately because, no kitchen.
Oh, no way to clean up. Two.
What? No cleanup?
Here's
Yeah,
I can't use the water.
I know. Which sucks. What's that crazy ass neighbors doing now? We're just out there flashing a flashlight.
but the gas are probably going to go down too.
Now, those
the
pictures
gas
I
bird's
just
going
sent
up.
you,
Yes.
those
They're
are all
so
in Heidi
cute.
Joe's bedroom.
Those are so cute. I did expect the Chucky doll and the Bride of Chucky and all of that, including it.
That's all in her bedroom, Heidi's bedroom.
Oh, baby dolls. I used to have baby. Oh, the fairy. I see the mushroom.
Yeah, I made the mushroom and the fairy doll.
Oh,
Nightmare fuel.
Wasn't it her soap that I used?
Except for the stuffies.
Sure.
Huh?
Wasn't it her soap that I used a lot?
Yeah. Yeah, that is Christine's soap that you used last.
Hey,
You
Christine,
still have a little
Yes.
bit left.
I finally had an opportunity to use a bar of your soap, and it was absolutely amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
It's a goat's milk soap. It's a goat's milk based soap. And
Yep.
the
You can
goat's
tell the
milk's
difference.
organic because I get it from my son's goats.
Yep.
so
Well,
everything's
you
well.
certainly tell. You need an investor to like be able to mass produce that, so that that you don't have to work so hard. And
Yeah, but I like doing it though.
Yeah, it's made out of love. That's what makes
Yeah.
it best. It's made out of love.
It's
If you
one
have
of
mass
the few jobs
production,
that
it
I've
won't
had.
be made of love.
I don't know.
'Cause I
How
work-
much does your soap sell for anyway?
I worked in healthcare for almost 30 years, and then I just decided to do in-home based business because
Enough of
adult
that.
daycare for Heidi was so much. It was so expensive.
sure.
Yeah.
You know?
So you're gonna have to figure. You had to figure that out.
So right now I do what they call private label.
Yep.
So I have 4 stores that I deal with, and I make the soap for them, and they put their own label on it. And I
That
had
is
to
pretty.
do that. I did that during the pandemic because our stupid governor, when the pandemic hit, decided to make an announcement and told
Me
people
too.
don't buy anything handmade because you don't know how COVID's transmitted, and
That's what
you
the
don't know if they're
government.
keeping up on their sanitary practices. So my soap business almost went down the tubes. And then these 4 stores reached out to me and said, look, their soap makers quit, or got sick or whatever, and they were shut down, and they didn't want to lose their stores. Could I make their soap? So that's what I started doing.
Hey,
That
What's
That-
kind of
that
nice
is
though is
the
it
best
cuts
way
out.
to do it.
It's like it cuts out all the customer service too. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have to
Yep.
deal with any complaints. I don't have to deal if somebody has an allergy. They don't.
Yep.
They go to the store and complain. I don't have to deal with that part. Even though when I was selling the soap, like at just to regular people, all the soaps come with like do a patch test. It's your responsibility. You're an adult to know if you're allergic to something. All the ingredients are listed.
Law
And if
today,
you're
right?
not sure, do a patch test.
Exactly.
But I had a few people, and I had one lady tell me she was going to sue me because she got hives, and I said, "There's a warning label right on it." Like with any skincare product or anything you're going to put on your body, test it out first. Don't just
Right.
slather it all over your body and go, "Oh, wow, I must be allergic," So,
Right.
but yeah, like I'm
Of
enjoying.
course, the
Now
ingredients is
I
right
do
with
sell
that.
to. I have some local customers,
Yeah.
that has my label on the soap that I sell to. So
But-
for a bar soap, it's $6
That's not
That's not
bad.
bad.
for a bar,
That's not bad at all.
Yep.
and I keep my
Especially
prices
if
low.
it's homemade and
It
locally
was
made.
$5, but because prices went up on my oils, I raised it to $6.
All right, that's fair though.
Gotta
It
do.
is fair.
Now, like the ones that came with the crystals on the top, those are $6.50.
Oh,
And then there was another couple bars I made that had like moons in them, and then I put moonstones on the top. Those were $7 because moonstones were way more expensive than amethyst.
That makes
So I
sense.
had
You
to
have to,
account for the cost.
exactly. A lot of people don't understand. You have to balance that out. You
Oh,
have
yeah.
to balance that.
Love to show off your soaps on my channel. Just like buy some from you. You know me, I'm a crystal whore.
You heard it here, people. Anybody got that on audio? Is this on record?
Okay.
I am not a hoe.
I said a whore.
I'm not a hoe. I don't like to use profound yeah, that word.
Spit it
Profound.
out, man.
I like to be profound, but I don't like to use profound language.
Okay, anyway, you the hoe.
Numbers don't reflect reality. You know, you can't judge
I have
somebody.
been with less men than you have been with like a tribe of women.
Well, we don't know that for sure.
There. Go ahead and laugh. It's funny. And
But-
one guy I dated, I had to take his virginity. Hey, he was 39. I couldn't let him stay a virgin at 40.
That's my only rule. I don't like to go out with like it's like I want a pro. I don't want somebody that I got to teach. I don't want to. Nobody.
He cried after I burst his bubble. Anyway.
That's why Anyway, that's fascinating and amazing, Christine, that you've got that private label thing going in reverse from a business standpoint. That is absolutely fascinating, and I love the fact that you were able to do that. Like,
yeah, because I mean, by August 2020, I mean, everything was going down the tubes.
Yeah.
And I was on some chat group, and it was on Facebook, and I'd said, the governor just really kicked me in the ass with that statement because everybody was canceling their orders, and somebody in that chat private messaged me and said, look, I know I have a friend that owns a store in Michigan. They're a soap maker. Can't make soap for them because wherever they were quarantined, they were stuck at their daughter's house and can't do it. Would I consider making the soap? So she put us two together. And then that store, her niece in another state in Tennessee called me. And then I got 2 stores in Florida.
Networking, man. It works.
So what I
Dude, it saved my ass.
I mean, 2020, man, was hard for everybody, but especially the small businesses. It hurt including the haircut places that were small businesses shut down. My favorite place for getting my haircut done was shut down completely. Because everyone's
I had nothing to fall back on at that time. I've invested every bit of money I had in my business for equipment and everything. And I was just starting to make a profit, starting when the pandemic hit. I had turned it around, like where all my equipment had been covered, and I was just starting to make a profit, and I was starting to do good. And then that pandemic hit. I was still doing good in the early pandemic in March. We got shut down in March. I was still doing good all the way till June. And he made that statement, and I lost probably 70% of my customer base like that.
It's what's so bad is like, okay, you're gonna shut down like that, then they should be shutting down the main manufacturers of soaps.
Well, see, the thing of it is I wasn't shut down, and I was willing to deliver the soap, drop it in their box.
But him saying that to
but because he made them fear that I wasn't sanitizing.
But here it is saying, make sure you wash your hands.
Right.
And
what do you use? Soap.
It's like, that's what I was saying. Like, small businesses were getting shut down per se because they didn't have the customers or anything because the government saying this. So I'm like, okay, if you're gonna say that to about home-based places that sell their stuff at home. You're going to do that to shut down the other people who did big manufacturers, because you know that half of those places are probably not sanitized as they should.
No. And you know, like I told you, I wasn't on all day yesterday because I was sanitizing my soap room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I mean, right now, like I went in there like gangbusters, sanitized everything. Everything has. I bought these big. They're meant for beds, actually, for queen size beds. They're big plastic, like
The plastic covers for bed.
plastic covers for your bed sheets or for your
Mhm.
mattress, like the store mattress. And so everything gets sanitized. Everything gets covered with that dust cover, you know. And then my soap trays, they already have covers.
Bed covers for that. You're naughty.
So
Robin,
you
is
had everything. That's
about
I
plastic
don't understand why the government did that. Oh, you got to do inheriting. I mean, I'm like, okay, then have people go out and do stuff. Like I've seen people talk about,
Right.
oh, you don't wash your hands. How's wash your hands in the damn thing? You're supposed to be washing your hands. Oh, your kids are sick. Make sure they stay home. Well, I hope so. If they got a fever for 24 hours and everything, they can't go to school. That's just the thing.
Right.
Like my friend who was babysitting, I completely lost my that whole year, maybe half a year. Yeah, about half a year. I didn't go back to work at all because I was taking babysitting kids and their parents, you know, everything else. And my friend decided I'm not doing this much because we had one person for the whole half of the year before the pandemic hit, kept her children, kept her son with us. When we told him, do not bring your kid here when he has a fever.
Right.
She bring him home. I'm like, bring him. They're like, no, we got other kids. You can't do that. We have other
Right.
kids. I can't be around. If I'm not sick, I can't be around. I remember 2019, one of the kids got really sick, had 103 degrees. His mom did not take him to the doctors. My friend, who is in her 60s, had to take care of him. And she got sick. I told my friend, I said, don't you ever do that again.
Yeah.
Do not do it ever again, because I was freaking scared because she has asthma. It was really, you know, she has and everything. I said, don't ever. I was taking care of all the kids and her to make sure she was fine.
Right.
And I said, don't. We have told the parents, if your kids are sick, do not bring them here.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's something we have said.
Some
But I
people
also had one parent trying to blame us that her daughter got sick because of us. No, you just gave her a 12-hour freaking medicine that comes down to medicine. We didn't know that she had a fever, number one, and she automatically comes back with a fever. No.
Right.
Like we're always like with
Are you
our
okay?
kids. If they have a fever, they stay at home.
All right. I'll
But
be
this
over
I
to
don't
the-
understand around that time was like, okay, y'all don't make sense.
I'll be right back. Heidi Joe's freaking out because she can't find her remote control.
Oh,
okay.
but my brother didn't go back to work for about a year.
Wow.
So he was like stuck. A lot of people quit and everything, but he was furloughed. Like he didn't gonna leave his job or anything like that. And his job was covering his unemployment. And luckily his unemployment checks kept us in the house.
Yeah.
And then they did this, to the job thing. Oh, you gotta have a shot in order to work. My
Yeah.
brother like, nope.
But the jab is so horrible.
Mhm.
I mean, look at Anne. She got the jab and she had a heart attack.
A lot of things happen around there. Like, luckily, my friend who has asthma and knows, because she took she got the jab, and her husband got the jab. And I had to watch her closely. I said, those things contain different stuff, and that's quickly for that. When it should take them a lot longer for them to test it out, do everything now. Sorry. And what's going on now, a lot of people, it's like, the weird things. It's like, what the heck? Now their new symptom now is if you've got water, itchy eyes, it must be COVID. Like that's allergies.
I'm allergic to the flu shot, so I can't have any of the vaccines.
Well, the flu shot has 2 different kinds. One with egg and without egg.
Rob can tell you all about certain things. Can't you, Rob and Mr. WMD?
Well, I don't get sick. I rarely get sick, so I don't need it.
There's no
If I
reason
do get
for
sick, if I do take it, I'm gonna get sick, severely get sick, so no.
Yeah.
there's no reason for anyone who has a healthy immune system to have to take a flu shot.
Yep.
Because the flu shot that they produce, they have to start cranking out 6 months ahead of time to have enough volume for mass inoculations, and they're just guessing at the strains that might be there.
Yep.
So
They're clueless.
that's why you can get the flu shot, because there's X number of flu strains. I think it's 54, but if I remember correctly. But if you can, it's just a shot in the dark whether the shot is even the right shot.
Yep.
Shot in the dark. That's a Bon Jovi song.
I've had a few shots in the dark, yeah.
Oh, good Lord, you big hoe.
But like there's certain supplements I can't take is like zinc. I take vitamin C and I take vitamin B12 occasionally, depending on how my energy is or whatever. But I can't take zinc at all. I get sick, physically get sick from it.
Really?
I get dizzy. I can't. Nope. I can't take them. I'm like, no, I can't take zinc. Don't give me anything that has zinc in it. 'Cause I can't. I eat healthy anyway. And like I said, I probably get sick maybe once or twice a year. And pretty much get over it within 2 days. So it's not like
I remember when
I
you
need anything.
Well, last year, and you chilled for a while until you got better.
The only time I get sick from anybody I will catch quickly is the stomach flu. That stuff I will catch as like it's nothing. Because last year my sister got sick and everything, and I sat in her chair, and the next day, was about to leave, I was sick. I came home puking, like, God dang it. And I told I told my sister, get me something Pepto Bismol because I can't take this. I get sick. I don't do puke very well. So me seeing my own puke, I puke even more. I got better of it because taking care of kids. My friend, one time when the kids were sick and everything, the poor baby, he puked all the way to the toy room, all walking down to the living room. What's so bad that my friend was taking the kids to pre-K and everything. And she's like, are you sure you got this? I said, yeah, I got this. Just call the parents. I got it. Are you sure? I said, yes, ma'am, I'm sure. I'm here cleaning it up. She's like, oh, after I sanitized and I washed my hands, I said, are you sure? I said, yeah, it's fine. You have to take care of the kids. I got it.
Yeah.
I'm like, and that people then it's like, nope. After that, I was like, okay.
Yes, some of the Roto-Rooter guys, this is funny. Like the guy that came here today, he's a big fan of the paranormal. And so I had Rob show him the 2 smaller clips of the creepy crawl space for Supernatural Saturday. What do you say about that, Rob?
First, he was like, "That's so cool." He's like, "That's awesome," because you could tell it was like not, it was actually like you hear with our ears and the microphone picked it up. It wasn't. You could tell it wasn't the spirit box or anything else. It was.
Yeah.
It was just not. It was just
that ambient. Was a natural giggle.
So he was like, "That is so cool."
Yeah. When you hear that laugh in that last Supernatural Saturday, that was not the necrophonic.
It had been turned off.
And then you hear, no.
A little kid. That's fun.
Right.
Well, you challenge her. You like, or you can turn the battery off in my camera and.
That's what happens when you challenge something.
Yeah. So she was laughing.
Freaking
Like,
shows up.
Remote crisis averted.
Yay!
Yeah.
Or was it?
Under her pillow.
So I have a
It kind of went
question
into the pillowcase.
Of
So when she
course.
lifted the pillow up, it was inside there.
That's
So she was freaking out.
I have a question for you, Christine,
Okay.
about your crystal soap.
Yeah.
What scents are they and what crystals?
Well, the last one I did that I sent you was dark crystal, and that's what the scent is called. And those were amethysts on the top.
I got the one with the amethyst.
Hold on a minute.
what'd you give me?
Huh?
What'd you give me?
I gave you the one with the sage lavender.
You didn't think it was the dark evil?
No, because I kept the amethyst.
But it's like dark.
All right.
Okay.
So
Because
the dark crystal fragrance oil has. Let me see. I'm trying to look for the notes on it.
Okay. Which Rob I shared with you.
It's a mix of the scent of coconut milk, bergamot, black pepper, cinnamon leaf, jasmine, tonka bean, cypress, cedarwood, and musk. That's the one that's the dark crystal with the amethyst on the top.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. And
You're funny.
I mean that in a good way.
Do you have any other one?
Right now, I just ordered all my new fragrances for summer, and I haven't decided yet which crystal soaps I'm making. I'm waiting on the crystals to get here.
Let me
And
know.
see which ones actually get here. Because sometimes, like with the way shipping's been, everything's been so crazy.
Since Christine was eating, and everyone has, my brother bought some Cinnabons.
Do you have any soap scents that are a lavender rose or a vanilla rose?
Vanilla rose sounds good.
No, but I can order it.
How much would you charge me?
How much soap do you want?
When?
That's like making an order for a high-priced escort.
Now the one that
escort. So
How much are you going to charge me? Well, how long do you?
you're funny.
the one that Rob used was blackberry sage.
Oh, blackberry sage. Mm.
That has blackberry, raspberry, orange zest, mulberry, plum, white sage, violet, jasmine, rose petals, nutmeg, French vanilla, green sage leaves, red clover, and allspice.
Wow.
That's why you were so spicy when you washed with.
Yeah.
Yummy, yummy.
All right, now which one? What were you saying? Vanilla or rose and what?
Vanilla. A rose vanilla.
Let me see what they got.
You got anything that can attract like vampires, like not male vampires, but like female vampires?
Probably not.
That would be pasty people that live in basements.
And you actually put like vanilla scent to the rose scent together and mix that up?
Sin City Soaps
Yeah, I could do
and
that.
Candles, when they were,
I think that'd be cheaper to do that than buying something.
they made me a personalized rose vanilla candle. And So I do know that you can mix those two oils.
Yeah, you can mix them.
Hold on, I'm reading
But
right
it has
now.
to depends on what it
Make
is,
sure
though.
it's skin safe.
Huh?
I'm looking up the percentage that makes it skin safe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You have to make sure it's skin safe and all that. I do watch soap videos, so that's a good thing about me.
All right, now because of the vanilla in it, you do know that over time the soap can turn brown because of the vanilla in it. Because that's the natural process. Because I don't put vanilla stabilizer in it.
Oh,
Because
okay.
that's just another chemical that I don't want somebody having on their skin.
Well, that's true. Or just a rose scented soap, which is fine with me.
Well,
I love a floral scent, you know, or a fruit scent, like a fruit.
The only thing I
Hold
just
on,
can't
wait,
have
just
in
put that.
floral is lavender. I can't do lavender.
Yeah, I know.
And my
It's
sister
like
can't do
You
cinnamon.
like
Lavender.
floral
Huh?
fruit. So you like floral scents, fruit scents.
Hmm. Yeah, I like everything that has like that sweet smell.
All right, like you like sweet notes. Okay.
Like for me, it's lavender. I can't have around, and nor I can have cinnamon around because of my sister. She's allergic to it because she used to work at Taco Bell.
No cinnamon and no lavender.
Bottle city out of
Even though I'm eating a Cinnabon, she just can't eat it or be around it.
Should take a picture of the label on that and send it to Christine. Sin City Soaps and Candles, when they used to be open, made what was called camo soap, and it had this very masculine but really nice scent. You know, the notes were really nice. They made the lotion and they made the bars of soap. I don't have the bars of soap anymore, but I have one of their lotion bottles left. What's funny is this is Rob's natural scent. And it still smells like Rob. So I don't know if you would be able to duplicate.
It's called what, camo or camu?
Camo. C-A-M-O. Camo.
Does it have the notes on it? Does it say?
Right here. I'm going to take a picture.
Sorry. My she can't read it. Too small.
Because I don't have my glasses on. And the thing is to the writing is too tiny. And I'm trying to get it where it actually.
Yeah, my brother is kind of weird about scents on him.
So am I.
He likes natural stuff anyway, and I was like, yeah. I was telling my brother about Christine and everything. And I said, yeah, she does her home, hand soaps. She does all of her stuff at home. She's like, my brother says, because he likes to support small businesses anyway.
Yeah.
So he's like, we got that from our dad anyway.
Yeah. Okay,
So
I sent it to Christine.
So I was telling them about Christine's stuff. I'm like, yeah, she does all this stuff. I said, I want my trying her stuff out. I said, she's a friend. I want to try them.
Right.
I love supporting. I told my boss, I love supporting my friends as much as I can. If I can just shout them out or anything like that, I feel like I can support them that way.
And tell me if you think any of those ingredients is why my friend Nicole got sick. That's the owner of Sin City Soaps and Candles.
I'm not sure what BTMS is.
Me either. I have no idea what that is.
BMTS?
She was wearing a pretty heavy duty respirator.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was. But then again, she was also using a lot of mica
All right, that's an it's emulsifier.
emulsifier.
It says it's skin safe.
Okay.
Let me
That's
look
why
at
it
that.
smells like Rob.
And that
Yeah.
that Germall Plus, I
They
don't
have like two
personally
different
use it,
kinds, apparently.
but
They
it's
have
to
a
keep stuff from, because there's water in it, it keeps it from rotting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't personally
Okay.
use it.
So,
To me, it's just another chemical.
yeah.
That should be on the
It's an
skin.
antibacterial.
And that could be another reason why Nicole got sick.
Well,
I
As
mean, look,
it's-
there's aloe juice in it too, and a lot of people are allergic to aloe.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they said BTMS is a conditioner emulsifier. It is a vegetable-based conditioning emulsifier. It can be used as emulsify lotions and scrubs, but it's more commonly used to in what?
Yeah, that's harmless.
Okay.
It's what?
They got two different kinds.
Yeah, I see that.
Used to make hair conditioners. They have a 25 one and a 50.
And you know what though? She did make shampoo bars and she made conditioner. She made lotion.
So the conditioner thing can be from the BTMS 50. But they also
And
have
she
a
made sugar scrubs, bars
okay.
of soap, liquid soaps. And I'm thinking, all this breathing this in could have been what got her sick.
Well, if she's wearing a proper mask and everything else. Because there's
I didn't make a mask and then she got a respirator.
All right, well, there's no way for me to mimic the camo soap because it doesn't give me any of the notes.
Yeah, I know,
It
right?
says fragrance oil. What was
So-
the company called?
Huh?
What was the company called?
Sin City Soaps and Candles. They're out of Las Vegas. They used to have their Etsy store.
A place where you can get lost.
So the BTMS 25 is a chronic positively charged emulsifying wax because it's catrification, well, whatever that word is, also conditioning. It absorbs, creates a very fine coating on the skin and hair, giving an amazing finish that's unique to ingredients. It contains 25% of the active ingredient, methonium and methosulfate, compared to BTMS 50, which contains 50%. Okay, this company says, I find BTMS 25 makes thicker, firmer products than BTMS due to the higher concentration of hardening and thickening ingredient, central alcohol. For emulsions, 1 to 10% of overall product, 20% of oil phase to emulsify. Sorry, I have this. The BTMS 20 is often used at a higher rate than it requires simply to emulsify due to conditioning goodness. I've seen 60% emulsion in solid conditioner bars. Okay. The scent can be fishy. But it usually doesn't come through in the finished products if it is below 10 to 15%.
Let me see.
Approximately. Okay, does not notes.
It's like
pH is 5 to 7, so it's on the middle to the. Okay.
All right, does this sound like the notes? Cedarwood, amber, grapefruit. Cedarwood, amber, and grapefruit is what it's saying for this camo soap.
Huh. I'm not sure.
No, don't sound like it. All right, hold on.
I think it would depend on the percentages. It has a strong fragrance to me of like wood, like the cedar or
Yeah, I mean
sandalwood.
cedarwood, because a lot of like male fragrances has cedarwood in it.
Yeah, a lot of men's fragrance does.
I mean, they also have a YouTube. That's actually how I found them. Is through their channel.
Like,
All right. So here's another one. Tobacco and bay leaf as your top notes of bay leaf, fir needle, mingled with cedar wood, bergamot, and then bergamot.
Oh.
So it'd be
Okay.
tobacco, fir needle, cedar wood, bergamot. It brings a warm tobacco base note. And when they say tobacco, they don't mean it. They mean more like a pipe tobacco.
Oh yeah,
base
the
note.
piping. Yeah. And the cigarette one.
Like
Be
a
like-
woodsy.
Yeah, more woodsy. So
Let's
it'd be more
take
like a
the-
woodsy smell then.
It'd be like the Pied
Just-
Piper.
I'm trying to figure out which fragrance oils they use.
Let me
Hey, Christine, can I ask a question?
Yes.
So how long, if you don't mind,
there is a woodsy note. That's the bergamot. Or cedar.
Bergamot is like fruity smell. Heavy fruity smell.
Musk. I just have that nose and the taste buds.
All right. What was your question, Rob?
yeah, do you mind, like, and you don't have to answer if you don't, I
Okay.
don't want to reveal any trade secrets or anything, so, like, how long does it take you to, like, do a run of, let's just, soaps?
All right. Well, it depends on how many pounds I make.
Yep,
It depends on, number one, it depends on my order. So say somebody orders like let's say 5 loaves of a soap.
yep,
So that's going to be 10 bars per loaf.
okay,
So for me to make 5 loaves, I have like the double loaf pans.
uh-huh,
Oh,
I'd
okay.
say about, depending on the colors, let's say if it's just a 2-colored soap,
yep,
about an hour to mix it, get it in the molds, get the air pounded out of it, and then I got to let it set up. Then it's got to sit from 24 to 48 hours before I can pull it out of the molds and cut it. And then after I cut it, I got to put it on the drying trays, and it's got to sit for anywhere
6
from
weeks?
2 weeks to 6 weeks, depending.
Hmm.
Because weather can affect it. Anything can affect the way it dries down. And
Oh, wow.
I have pH.
So the drier it is, basically, like for the climate, the drier it is, the quicker it is. So it's the wetter is, the longer it takes, basically.
Yeah, if it's real humid, it can affect it. But then I run a fan. I'll run a fan. Like I have like a fan that pulls the humidity out and a fan that I'll blow over the soaps. And then you got to turn them, to make sure that they're all curing evenly. So from the time I pour till I ship it, it's about 4 weeks. That's the average.
okay. So, but there's a lot of, like, it seems like there's a lot of care and attention that you have to keep an eye on.
Yeah, you
right?
have to keep the soap room humidity pretty
Yep.
even if you can. Never soap on a rainy day. It
Uh-huh.
sucks because shit'll start acting up. And then you always have your like I had this, they wanted a rainbow type dye-dyed rainbow soap.
Yep.
And I had what they call a color morph,
Uh-huh.
which means when because of the fragrance oil that they wanted, the fragrance, it
Yep.
morphed with 2 of the colors and turned them completely opposite of what they were.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it ruined the whole batch. I mean, because the red in it, because of the it interacted with the fragrance oil, and the red turned jet black, and the blue turned, it looked like grayish yellow. It was the weirdest color morph I ever had.
Wow.
That would have been cool to sell, get those exactly those colors, make a fragrance bar out of those two colors. That would be cool for Halloween. Just saying.
For Halloween, yeah. But I checked that fragrance oil off my list. I told them I work with that. You're gonna have to pick something else. It seizes the soap too. Made it very hard to pour. It wanted to like get
so you have to do it really quickly before it can emulsify like that, because favorite oils would seem to do that.
Because they actually show the ingredients and how they make the soaps and stuff on the channel. Girl, they haven't been on in like, oh my gosh, how many years has that been? It has been 2 years. I'm going to say 3 because it's not 2. They've not been on for 3 years, possibly 4. But anyway, they just haven't been on. They haven't been producing soap.
That's what she was ill,
She was
right?
hemorrhaging. She was hemorrhaging for a year. And her doctors let her bleed. I told her to sue them.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then finally she started feeling a little better, and all of a sudden, poof, gone again. So it's sad. She's really talented. Her daughter has, skin sensitivities, and that's why she started making soaps and lotions. And this is sad that Nicole is now sick. I hope she's still alive. She was supposed to come back. I have one of their products that I can't release to the public. And it's a bath fizz. So I'm the only one with it, and I promised them that I would never show that product off.
Right.
And because we were supposed to, because of my knitting, I was supposed to start crocheting and knitting bath mitts and washcloths.
Right.
And they were going to sell those with the soaps, like mystery boxes, and just like people could just purchase them.
Right.
And then I was making some for people with special needs.
Right.
Like they could put their bath mitt. It would just be like a mitt they're holding it in.
Right.
You know what I don't know if Heidi would use something like that.
Nah, she can use her hands pretty good.
That's good too. So I know a lot of people just can't, and so that's why Nicole and I were gonna start doing that, but then she got sick.
Right.
So I mean,
yeah. Now I like doing goat's milk soap, but I do have some like the store. I have my regular just olive oil soap. I call it olive oil soap, but it's just oils without the goat's milk. It's okay. I like it. I mean, I use it, but a lot of the people, they just prefer the goat's milk.
Yeah. I mean, like,
it is creamier. The goat's milk brings a nice, it's a little harder to work with because you got to make sure that your lye water and your oils are within 5 degrees of each other. And
true.
Preferably that the oils are cooler. Like a lot of times I soap it like between 80 and 90 degrees, but when I'm doing goat's milk soap, I soap between 65 and 75 degrees for my oils.
Yeah.
Or when you start to pour when you bring the goat's milk into it, it'll curdle. You have to be very careful.
True.
Yeah.
So it stays creamy because the lye heats up. Because you have lye water in one container and you have all your oils. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll freeze the goat's milk
Yeah.
the night before, and then I add my goat's milk to the lye water, and it melts it, and then I add it to the oils, and then it doesn't curdle that way.
Tit, you gonna look over here? I'm trying to take a funny picture of the cat. You won't show. Oh, that's why, huh? Now you decided to clean your face. We have a few Amazon boxes that we stack together for the cat because, he'll play in that half the day or lay in it.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? You can buy, like, I showed you pictures. I bought her that cat bed. She lays in front of it, but she sat in that box that it came in for weeks until the box fell apart.
My cat likes boxes.
Won't lay in that cat bed, though, that I bought her that looks like a little black cat like her.
Toys, give them a box. It's like a little kid.
Yep.
They put the toy aside and sit in the box.
Yep.
We did an experiment one time. Have you ever heard of if you paint or use tape to make a square on a floor or a table,
right,
that a cat will sit in it?
Oh yeah, they'll do it.
Oh yeah.
But we put one with tape on somewhere. I forgot where. I thought it was the kitchen table. I'm not sure. But he sat right in it as soon as the square was down.
And it's funny, aren't you, Ted?
My cat loves newspaper.
You know those like little candy boxes?
Uh-huh.
They're probably 8 inches by 8 inches square.
Mm-hmm.
I took the lid off and set it down. Gypsy sat her ass right in that 8-inch square, right in that little box lid, just sitting there. I'm like, yep. I was like, thanks. That was for my candy. Now your ass was all over it.
When you left one time, I called your cat Salem for some odd reason. I'm like, what did I name her Salem for? Serena's the teenage witch because of a black cat named Salem. That's where I got the name Salem from. Yeah, that's why she kind of ignored me and looked at me like weird.
Yeah, it's Gypsy.
That's awesome.
Gypsy face.
I gotta remember that Gypsy, not Salem.
And the other cat's Luna.
Luna, okay.
Luna Tuna.
Luna Tuna. That's fine. Like Lion loves her newspaper because she found my brother's newspaper on the couch and she knocked it over so she could play with it. She was tearing it up. This net got into the living room, into the hallway. I'm like, okay,
your
you
cat
can
up
have
there
that.
right now was just going in circles behind your head. It's doing it right now.
Yeah.
Yep, that's Mama.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, yes.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
You trying to be cute. You trying to be cute on camera.
It was kind of funny. She's like, "You're Native American." And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, when your labs came back, it had a DNA marker in it for Native." And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "You don't have a family history. What's up with that?" I'm like, "Because I was stolen as a baby."
Got you.
I told her the whole thing. And I'm like, and 2 A negatives cannot produce an O positive RH, which O positive is a common blood with indigenous people.
Right.
She's like, "You're right, and you need to write a book on that." That DNA marker came back as Blackfoot. And she's like, "So how'd they get a hold of you?" I'm like, "Well, the old lady that raised me, her first husband was wanted by the Blackfoot tribal mafia. Your husband should know about that." And I was always wondering why there were no baby pictures of me. That red flag, no baby pictures. Not allowed to see a birth certificate, social security card, till I started asking questions.
Yeah.
And
that's ridiculous.
But hey, don't forget powwow this year. I'm supposed to.
Yeah, that's right. You're supposed to meet them, huh?
Yup. I'm excited for that. So is Rob, aren't you, Rob?
Yeah.
You excited to meet my parents? Not that way. Come on.
I'm trying to figure out how to answer. I'm trying to,
He's trying to figure it out.
Nobody
The
likes
only
meeting
time I ask for
anybody's
money, my
parents.
parents.
You're excited to meet my parents with me because I've never met my parents.
I'm excited for you to meet your parents, and therefore I'm excited. Yes.
Because my Lenape friends.
Good answer, Rob. Good answer.
That's a good answer right there.
As long as he gets
I said
a
something
native
without saying
taco
anything.
or a bison burger, he's good.
I would prefer the taco, but yeah.
Yes, because that was really good. It's the sarsaparilla tea. The sassafras tea. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
The
that rocks.
Oh my God, that's so good.
My pap used to make that all the time.
I love that stuff.
My Appalachian mama and daddy used to make it.
I gotta get some from Amazon, and because I have that kettle, I can just make some. Yeah, I do have gumweed, but I use that for healing. That's old medicine. I used that on Rob's legs one year. And it actually healed him real quick. He had a kicking chicken when he was out on the patio one year, and that's what we call it, similar to a seizure, but it's not epilepsy. So he went timber, broke his ankle, and his leg.
Yes, this is downstairs.
So I used the use that on him. You know, like I made a soak with it, and that worked. With the sick stuff.
Oh, it's not raining.
Fly from Prairie Edge. They're really good. It's a native-owned store.
Thanks for sharing the process, Christine. That was very educational. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, I love to smell the one that I gave Rob. I love the smell of that. It refreshed him so well. You still have some of it. You have to have a working power proper.
I have natural Rob musk.
Which sometimes
Everybody has natural beverages.
Exactly.
sometimes after a week your butt starts smelling like rotten crust.
Okay, that's TMI. That's TMI, man. We don't need to know that.
I didn't say what kind of rotten crust. I just said rotten
Yeah,
crust.
TMI. We don't need to know that. Mm-mm. Bleh. Bleh. Oh my God. Oh my God. But they didn't take a shower within 1 week. He stunk.
At least it was
He
better
was
than
wet, he
it
stunk.
she had to take care of her problems. Oh, because that stink. Remember that one she used to stink up the house?
That's not you there.
You're not showing yourself on camera.
Rob must
No.
smell. But,
There was no patchouli in that, right, Rob?
I'm sorry.
That camo soap, there was no patchouli in it, right?
Which soap was that, Shark?
Oh, the camo.
That's right.
So what I have in the bottle is a lotion.
It doesn't have patchouli in it, does it?
I don't think it does.
I hate to sound like a man, but like I just use it.
Gotcha.
Just like
I don't know what e-wax is. Is that your wax?
I have not. It's an emulsifying wax. It's to keep it.
Yeah.
I know, but that sounds kind of funny.
Yeah.
E-wax.
Yeah, it
That's
looks like
what
earwax. Or, yeah.
Great.
But that's the same thing with like
Cocoa
food.
butter.
Like Cheryl will be like, oh, you know, she'll try to like, she'll go through this long dissertation of like nodes and tastes, and I'm like, it's good. Like, and I'll just eat it like a Viking. And then of course I normally have my midnight naked Viking snack at the table. And
But we don't have that anymore.
yeah, because somebody under the Slavery Act caused everything to get moved in here.
Hey, I brought stuff out here to you. Oh,
I know.
my air fryer,
Yeah.
coffee pot, coffee, the kettle.
Yeah.
And you stayed in the car when I lifted a case of freaking water in the car at the DG. Hurt my back doing that shit. Let's see. I don't know. I mean, I wish I still had the bar of the camo soap. We used to have one over there somewhere. It's lost.
Nothing's lost. It's still here.
Lost.
So I'm sorry I can't answer the question,
It's
Christine.
okay. I'm just trying to figure out the oil.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they have it in one of their videos. They should. Because all their videos contain all the ingredients that they used.
So, like, I think it's kind of interesting because there was this one company that was for sale, and I almost bought it. It was in, they were producing a large quantity of goat's milk products.
Yeah.
And one of their major lines anyway, the company was in Hawaii, and it was a pretty small operation. It was only like 40 acres. But still, happy goats, happy milk, I guess.
Yeah. That's how I feel about it.
But they were the winner of they had just cranked up for like, I think they were in their third year or something, and fourth year, and they had created 13 different goat cheeses that had won some kind of international, whatever the international goat cheese.
Oh, that's cool. We just learned how to do goat cheese this year.
Did you?
Yes.
I love goat cheese.
We made our first goat cheese this year. My son had one of the farmers down the road come up to the house. The wife come up and teach us how to make cheese out of the goat's milk.
And how did it turn out?
It was awesome. It was kind of like feta cheese.
Yep.
The kind we made. It was soft. It was a softer cheese. And then she said this summer she'll show us how to make a harder cheese. Like what to add to it to make it like a sliceable and that. But yeah, I really liked it. And it has like a little tang to it, which I like. Kind of like a feta almost.
Yeah, exactly. And like this company was up for sale for like the land alone was worth twice the amount they were asking for the company. You know what I mean? Much less. It came with all the equipment and the employees and whatever. And it was in Hawaii, and it was like the location overlooked. I mean, it was just goats had to be, I mean, the goats had to be happy, but yeah, they made 13 different award-winning goat cheeses in like 2 years or something like that.
Oh, that's cool.
So, like my idea was like they had they were doing small batch runs, if that makes any sense. And I understand you can do like customization and quality control better, but You know, if the product is really that good, you can really scale it pretty, you know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, so I was thinking about, because they were doing an amazing business, you know, from a profit and loss standpoint. So
Gotcha.
yeah, I was thinking about it. Plus, hey, who wouldn't mind having a business in Hawaii that you need to visit every once in a
Oh,
while?
I know, right? What do you mean visit? I'd be moving there.
Right,
There's no
right.
way I'd be visiting. Yeah, we'd be moving in.
Yeah. Amen to that. Amen to that.
All right, I'm gonna send you some pictures of my son's goats, and you're gonna notice the last picture I send you. They are in the house because they are spoiled rotten.
Because they're happy goats.
Right.
All right, the first one I sent you is Aries, is her name.
Oh, these aren't the fainting goats, are they?
No.
I don't mean to be.
No, I have grandsons. Are you kidding me? They'd be on the ground all the time.
I wasn't trying to be mean with that. I was just.
No, I know that. My grandsons, they would always be fainted. They would be cracking up constantly. And these are the two new babies.
That's awesome. They're very cute.
With the cat.
Kids. With the kids.
All right, I'm getting ready to send them to you, Alex.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
First one's Aries.
They're chilling with the cat. That's just too funny.
The second one is Sif.
Sif?
Sif, yeah, SIF. And then the babies. I don't know. I can't remember what they named them.
Cute little goat.
They just got them. They just got the babies.
Huh? That goat is smiling.
The one closest to the cat is a male, and that's his sister.
Oh.
And they were so used to each other because their mother passed away.
Oh.
So that's why they're dressed in those outfits. So they don't pee or poop in the house. They were too little to be put out, and my son and daughter-in-law were bottle feeding them because the mother passed away.
Oh.
And that was from another farm. So
that's
Kurt
great.
and Crystal took.
I'm trying to find the video of her making that camo soap. If I can find that, it makes life easier because she shows exactly how she makes it. She had amazing body butters too. Everything that she made, I think, might be contributed to her demise.
Well, it depends because lie alone.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to have good ventilation. I wear a respirator because it just really gets to you. It can really get you.
Yeah. It has that strong smell, chemical smell. You gotta be careful with live water anyway.
You
gotta be careful with
tell you, they tell you to
long sleeves, wear gloves, wear goggles.
I found the video, Shar.
Okay.
Because you gotta be careful with lye, because lye can really do some damage. That's why people say wear glasses,
you have
safety
to do
goggles.
A well-ventilated room. Mm-hmm. Now, in the summertime, when I can have my windows open and the fan blowing out and across, I won't wear the respirator. But in the winter, if I'm soaping, because I have to have the windows closed, respirator goes on because I can't stand it.
I don't blame you. I just sent it over to the group chat. So whoever wants to watch it, it's a shame. I don't mind mica for some things, but for body soap, and then the use of that, and that gets in the air, and
Mica's
it's
an
not
implement.
the phones.
What?
I mean, even though she covered her hair, she would use the gloves, wear a mask. It's still dangerous.
I mean, I work with micas, but I make sure that they're sourced properly, number one. And you have to wear a mask when you work with mica.
Absolutely.
And the right filters.
Oh yeah. I got the regular respirator that's designed for soap makers.
Yep.
Well, Michael's
But
isn't
what I do
everything.
is
Michael's
when I work
in
with my
makeup.
micas too,
Yeah.
I always just like the lye, you never pour water into the lye. You add the lye into the water.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the mica. I always put in some oil or alcohol, depending on the mica. And I pour the mica into that so it immediately pops it, doesn't make it dust fly everywhere.
Exactly.
Same thing like working with charcoal when I make charcoal soap.
That.
Pain in the ass. It doesn't want to blend. And the least little tiniest breath, if you don't have that respirator on, that is going everywhere. It is so finely milled. It just gets on everything. You got to be so careful with it. You can't have the slightest breeze. Like somebody just opening the door will cause it to go.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that charcoal. But in the soap, it's good for your skin. It pulls out. It's good for acne. It's good for acne prone or boils prone skin. It's really good for your skin. But in some of the clays too, the kaolin clay can be really finely milled. You have to be careful.
Anything can be dangerous. So, like Mica's
all
is
the
in
fragrance
makeup.
All the fragrance oils that make them smell good.
Like a teenager.
Full strength, you're not supposed to handle it. You have to have gloves on because it can hurt you. It has to be mixed into the soap and diluted.
Yes.
In order to be skin safe. So.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so eventually I'm gonna get a farm. I'm gonna have happy goats.
Happy goats make happy milk.
Exactly.
We buy all our meat from a place called Dickard Farms out in Summerhill, Pennsylvania. And they have a great farm, and the kids play with all the animals, the pigs, the cows. They're happy animals. They're free range, happy meat.
Yep.
It's better.
Better tasty.
Yep. There's not those stress hormones in it from the animal being stressed out. The meat tastes better.
A lot of people don't understand. You got the good people out there making their money, but they're free. Like we have cows everywhere where I live.
Right.
And everything else, but they're free ranging.
Right.
You can see them out and about eating the grass. Going down to my brother's work, you can see a pasture going on, and there's free range everywhere.
What I love about them is up at Dickard's on Slaughter Day.
One neighbor down the road.
On Slaughter Day, they pray and thank the animal for giving its life to feed people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They do like a little ceremony, and they're humanely put down. I really like the way they operate, and I love the way they treat their animals. And any one of those steers that you walk up to, you can pet because the kids play with them. They're all friendly. They have these big giant balls out in the fields, so the animals can butt them around and play with them, like beach balls, but they're big rubber balls, and they're out there beating them all around. And you'll see the ball rolling by and a bunch of cows chasing it. I never knew they played like that.
Yeah.
I never knew a cow would play like that.
Especially the happy ones. Is that the ones people have to worry is the big corporations because they want to go fast. all of this.
Yeah, and they just
instead of
slam them
doing-
in them cages, and they're just
Yeah,
standing
and
around
that's
because they
not
don't want them
healthy.
to build
That's a
muscle.
lot of diseases going out.
Yep.
There's diseases. There's all of this stuff, and it's not healthy. How can you have an animal to live like that, full of disease, and then give it to the humans?
Well, yeah,
Oh,
because the
because
animal's so
they-
stressed out, you're getting every stress hormone that animal
Mhm.
ever, experienced, and then you're eating it.
Yeah.
And then
Well-
they
Not
wonder
healthy.
why everybody's all stressed out all the time.
We have a
Mhm.
dairy down the road, and like we were going to Wawa earlier to get something to eat, and it was funny because like one of the neighbors down the road, he was out on his lawnmower, and here comes all the cows, right, standing along the fence to have that guy pay attention to him. Tell me that is hilarious.
That was weird.
When we were kids, me and my brother used to, when I first got my driver's license, we used to drive out to the cow fields and play the radio because cows are nosy and they'll all come running over to see because
Yeah.
they're playing music, and they love music, and we would just laugh because they would bop their heads just to see. It was like they were doing it to the music, but they
Yeah.
were just over there excited to see us.
Cow
It
dance.
was funny.
Cows are amazing.
Yeah, cows are, their eyelashes are amazing. Beautiful
Mhm.
eyelashes.
But yeah, and like you were talking about the stress hormones,
Yeah.
like in these industrial type facilities, when it's slaughter day,
Yeah. They scare them half to death.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean they know what's coming and they're waiting in line, for their turn, and it's not, to me, I don't think it's
I don't think it's humane because I don't think
No.
they're always dead.
Well,
Like, I don't feel that they're always dead all the way when they're.
how
Yeah.
does that one place where you've gone? How did they humanely,
I'm not sure because they don't allow you to go
To
back
see
to
that.
that part. But I've been to another slaughterhouse before where you hear the animals screaming because they're not all the way dead.
Yep.
And you heard nothing. You heard nothing when we were there. It was complete dead silence. All you heard was birds singing. The animals were real calm. The animal that we
Yeah.
got was real calm. I mean, we
Yeah.
petted it before it went in there. There was no gunshot. It wasn't shot. I'm not sure how he did it. I know.
Like,
There's different ways.
Hill's Meat Company out in Pendleton, Oregon. There's obviously a slaughterhouse. So what they do when they take them in, I know this might sound TMI, they slit them, bleed them out, but they do make sure they're unconscious.
That's what I'm assuming.
And
I
then
think they did something that rendered it unconscious because there was no noise.
yeah,
Not like
You
when I
see,
went
guys,
down
think
to-
about it. When the animal is beginning to die, their body shuts off naturally too.
Right.
They have that certain mechanism in their brain. When they die, their body shuts down.
Right.
So there's so many ways, but they're naturally their body just shuts down. So
Yeah,
if
there
their
was
body
no, like,
naturally
noise,
shuts
like-
down, it's-
What I was
Yeah.
shocked about, like, because I've been to other slaughterhouses where you're hearing kicking and screaming and
uh-huh.
all that. There was no noise like that. There was no like
Mhm.
scuffling around noises. There was no animal noises. It was very quiet. He came out and he said, "It's done. Come back and pick up.
Yeah,
I'm going to butcher him up. You come back and get it." And then, because he smoked some meats for us too. And we were like, okay. And I don't even know what possessed us to stick around. He told us we could if we wanted to. But I just wanted to make sure that animal wasn't screaming. I don't know why that bothers me. I guess because ever since I heard it at another slaughterhouse,
Mhm.
it just freaked me out. And it's like, I don't want the animal that I buy that's given his life so I can eat all winter screaming to his death. I want him to go, like, not know what's happening to him,
maybe that's why McDonald's tastes funny.
Most likely. I'm
Well,
sure they buy the
they're
cheapest meat
preserved.
they
They
can.
preserve everything, man. They preserve everything. So
I know.
yeah.
2 different McDonald's.
They
When my
preserve-
when my son was in 7th grade, his science fair project was McDonald's hamburger and a regular made hamburger that you make at home.
Mm-hmm.
And we did 4 burgers. We did 2 McDonald's hamburgers and 2 regular homemade burgers.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them we sat out on the counter. And we took pictures of it every day until it started to mold. You know, we made them exact.
Yeah.
The McDonald's hamburger never molded. The bun got as hard as a rock.
Mm-hmm.
It never molded. When I say never, we stopped the process when the homemade one from our house molded. And we sat it up on top of the cupboard. And 9 months later, there was not a speck of mold on it. All it did was
preservatives. Imagine in our body.
It didn't even stink like rotten meat.
Because
it never gave an odor. The real one was stinking.
Yeah.
The one in the refrigerator, the real one that we made, and you know, we put the same stuff on: onion, ketchup, and mustard, and a bun. 9 days, and then it started to mold in the refrigerator in plastic wrap. And we did the McDonald's one. You could have had that. It's probably still not rotten.
All these years.
We opened it up. There was.
You got any
A lot of
inside?
people don't understand that McDonald's is not really healthy at all.
No.
They use all those preservatives and what's going in your body.
All it did on top of my cupboard, it never stunk like rotten meat. It just dried up and was as hard as a rock.
That's scary.
Not one little piece of mold, not even on the bread. Not even on the bun.
Oh my God.
Yes. And Kurt took it in there, and the teacher was like, "You can't bring rotten food." He goes, "What? Smell it. It's fine." Because we had pictures of the rotten real hamburger, and we took the actual McDonald's burger in there that you could have used for a freaking hockey puck.
That's scary. I mean, that is scary to know that those years ago they add those preservatives.
Oh, we quit eating
and still
McDonald's
think
after
about that now.
I can't eat McDonald's after that. I haven't eaten it since.
I try not to eat McDonald's.
I'll tell you one thing. They fry their chicken nuggets in the same oil that they fry their fillet of fish.
Oh, I'm sure they do. It just grosses
I
me out.
saw it happen at the McDonald's that I worked at. And I was like, you can't put chicken nuggets in the same oil as fish. They're like, nobody knows. And I'm like, that's why that shit tastes funny.
Yeah.
Well, I've never seen that happen or the chicken nuts taste funny. So,
well, now you know.
I said never taste funny. I just don't eat McDonald's. We don't eat a lot of fast food restaurants anyway. We usually go into small places, just like this small businesses, like
a mom and pop diner or something.
Like the Chinese place we always go. We ordered mom and pop's area. We go to a Mexican area that is basically just like family owned. We try to find places that's family owned and everything else because we know. It's like we might have pizza, but we usually have it from Domino's or when my brothers work. Because my brothers he works at the mall, so he knows everybody in the food court. So
oh yeah.
So it's just
what was that?
Yeah, what was that?
Thank you. What was that?
On what?
That was really weird.
So, it sounded like it said, "I know."
Yeah, it said it's exactly what it said. It was like, I know. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Did it came from my side?
I don't know. It just came out of those.
I don't have anything malicious or anything.
Everything freaky happens on Friday.
Yeah, it definitely, and it is a full moon.
That's true.
That is true. But I don't
Actually, that's the second time I've heard something. But the first time I thought maybe it was just, I don't know. I don't even know. But I heard that I know plain as day.
Then I realized it wasn't.
I don't have any spirits here in my room, so I don't know.
Yeah, nothing's around me
Well, this is the,
because my cat would be up and my cat's snoring away over here.
And my cats are all sleeping, except for one, but she's just in her monthly thing.
except this house, which is like Grand Central Station for.
The paranormal.
I mean, I have spirits here, but they don't. I
Yeah.
have a woman and I have a man here and a child. And they're not, what's weird is they're not related. They're just here. But they're not bothersome. You know what I mean? They don't go out of their way to make you.
I do have
Every once in a while, you'll catch them out of the corner of your eye and you know they're there.
Yeah.
Like I do have a
not
child
bothersome.
spirit here. I do have a veteran who came from, because I have his flag from a friend of mine who was gonna, no, let me have it. Then I do have a lady, and I do have some sort of a man here, but he's usually not allowed to come back. So, because he likes to cause trouble and cause emotion. And I find him, get out of the house, you're not welcome, because he likes to control the older lady, the lady and the child. And I said, get out. And ever since then, I catch him a couple of times. I said, and he knows it. And also, like I said, I have the veteran here. He's pretty much get out. So I'm basically protected.
Right there.
Check it out, Rob. He's like sitting over there.
You just look good.
When we play it back,
Here.
This is a normal nightly routine.
there was something else.
He's on patrol.
You're gonna have to get over it, kitten. You can't go in the kitchen anymore, baby.
He's on patrol.
I mean, it's been really weird for the cat because he's used to going in the kitchen and now he can't.
Yeah, cats don't like change.
Rob forgot one night that the kitchen floor was all torn up and he went in there and tore up one of his toes. Big toe to be specific.
My big Sasquatch too.
Yes, man, Squatch Bear.
Punch a hole in my toenail.
Yay.
No, thank you.
I was like, oh, that. I was like, ouch. And the next time I woke up, was blood everywhere. So,
I was like, damn, what happened to your toe? Like, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. No. Because you can see like the meat, and then like, no. What are you doing? Excuse me, sir.
he just wants attention.
Gonna tear the place down.
Yep. Give it back my kitchen now.
Right?
So.
Oh, I know Gypsy hates change. Even just when I painted the kitchen, you'd have thought I was killing her. Because I had the one wall done. She walked in, she was all freaked out, puffed up. I was like, what the hell is wrong with her?
My
she's
cat's
looking
not
at
getting
the wall
freaked out
because I
with
changed
so
it.
that's a good thing.
And it wasn't even that big of a change. But to her, it
That's
was
not like-
major.
Cats are drama queens.
Oh, some of them,
They're lovable, but they're drama queens.
baby.
Aren't you, Tit?
You're kind of scary.
Drama.
Why are you hissing at me? I just want to pet you. What are you hissing at me for?
Did you see that latest Ron DeSantis running for president ad? He's not going to win.
He's not. I don't think is going to anyway.
No, in his ad at the end of it, he must have paid some old dude a lot of money.
I like Ron DeSantis anyway. So.
A DeSantis for president sticker over a Donald Trump bumper sticker.
Well,
Like, wow. I told Rob the whole Mar-a-Lago thing. DeSantis let it happen.
well, there's nothing you control about that anyway, because that's FBI.
That's not actually true. He could have. He could have kicked the FBI out of Florida.
Your kitty ears.
Actually, he could have. No, I gotta try to get this. My battery's running low.
I'll be right back.
All right. The governor of every state has control over the feds, don't they, Rob?
Within their state, yes, within their jurisdiction.
Well, I
Of
don't
course.
know. See, let the FBI catch what they want to catch. They're not going to find any evidence. If they did, then that's on them. Like, I'm not going to say Donald Trump didn't, Donald Trump, I like him, but also he's not a saint. I didn't like half of the stuff he did as president, like most presidents. Like, he took off the wolves thing. He let people kill off wolves.
No.
The endangered species.
No, that was Obama.
No, it was Donald Trump because Obama put it up there, don't kill the wolves.
No, Obama was out there for killing the wolves. I remember that because I did this tattoo, the alpha wolf, during the Obama administration.
Well, I kept up with this stuff, and it was Obama. Like, I don't like Obama. Don't get me wrong. I don't like him.
Obama either. He's not American.
He was him, but I didn't like what Donald Trump was doing with the environment. Like, I didn't care for the pipeline that he was doing.
That wasn't him. That was Obama.
And he still wanted to do the pipeline.
But look how we're
wanted to do the pipeline.
During the Obama administration, they were letting the pipeline run right through a reservation, and President Trump corrected that.
But he still let it happen.
You want to explain the pipeline? Oh.
Yeah, so Alex, like we've played this game for a very long time internationally, and now we're in a bad situation. And nailing it down to one person it really can't be done. There's been a lot of bad decisions made since 2001.
I'm not, like I said, I'm not blaming on one person. I blame it all the presidents. I said, Donald Trump is not a saint, just like freaking Obama is not a saint, or of course our president is not a saint. I'm just saying, like, people holding one president higher standards when they should be looking at all sides. And that's how I look at it. That's how I look at it as a person. I can't look at, they're a higher person, and when they do something wrong, that's not me. I look at both sides. That's how I am.
I am the same way. But so now because of our own, not ours, but because of our elected representatives' decisions over the last several years, we're now in a fossil fuel crisis because we've created enemies out of allies.
Oh, yeah.
In 3 years' time.
In all reality, a lot of people don't know this, but some of the biggest oil reserves in the world are in the United States. So what we have
Philadelphia is a huge one.
So what we actually have done is we've been paying to deplete other countries' oil reserves.
Mm-hmm. Look at Desert Storm.
And keep the prices low,
mm-hmm.
while we maintain this huge reserve that we have. So, pipelines historically have had problems, but they are efficient at moving large volumes of crude over long distances, right?
Like that train that mistakenly blew up after it wrecked because it was carrying crude.
Yeah. So we kind of have to come to a balance. Like, if we're going to use our own oil reserves,
mm-hmm.
what is the best and safest way to move, most economical way to move large amounts of crude from the reserves that we have to plants that can process them, right?
Right.
So some people have made the decision, it wasn't us, but some people made the decision that it was a pipeline, and a pipeline is truly more efficient normally, although they have leaks and there are problems with them. But if we don't open up our own oil reserves, like, it's bad now, but if we don't start to like become energy independent, the prices of fossil fuel is going to go out the roof.
Like in
Well, they
California,
already are.
dollars or $8 a freaking gallon.
Oh, they are out the roof, but like that's just the beginning. Especially when
UK has always been like that, like $12 a gallon. Because I do have a friend in the UK. It's about $12 a gallon
Mm.
in the UK.
it is, but that's
That's
you know,
scary.
the only reason that we've been able to keep our prices down is because we had Saudi Arabia in our hip pocket, and they basically controlled OPEC, which controlled the supply and also the amount of barrel output, and also in general the cost per barrel. So we were able to like apply pressure because they wanted something from us, which was military protection and equipment and that kind of stuff. So in exchange, and if you didn't know it, the Saudi, the royal family of the House of Saud, like they weren't in place before we put them there, and so they kind of like owe us.
But a lot of countries do owe us.
They do.
Yeah, and that's what Trump was trying to get countries that owe us to actually start paying up.
But so the problem right now is this whole centralized digital currency thing
That's coming
that starts in
June, right?
July. Well, they're going to throw the
I thought
switch
it
to
was
July.
June.
Yeah.
Okay, so we
Well,
have 2 months.
It might be June. I'm sorry. Brand bricks might be July, but
Hey, Rob.
yeah. Hi.
Matt said that's a 2009 Vulcan, and if you get a Vulcan, get one with floorboards, and that's why he got it for his back. And his
Okay.
knees.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, he said he said you don't realize how much your foot moves around when it's a foot peg, which
Yeah, because you tend to
puts stress on your back. He said he loves the floorboards on it.
Oh,
and he
yeah.
said, considering it as big as it is, it's a pretty light bike and it's very easy to maneuver. It's very comfortable.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll have to check it out. Because I was thinking about a trike, because I really don't think I could hold
a bike up.
if a bike went to lean, I don't know that I could stop it. You know what I mean? So
Right.
And if it went down, I don't think I could pick it up. I'm just
In all reality.
I'm just being a realist about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Without so. But thanks for the info. I will certainly check it out before I make a decision.
Yeah, because he said that bike's only about 600 pounds.
Well, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, that's not
That's
bad.
not bad.
Even as big as it is, the way they build it, it's light.
Okay.
I mean the Dyna went down, like the kickstand was not on a solid surface, and the Dyna went over, and it took me and Matt to get it upright.
Damn.
The Vulcan's not as heavy as that Dyna.
Wow.
Okay.
That Harley's a beast.
When I lived in Oregon in this one apartment complex, my neighbors had Harleys. She dropped her bike. Her husband wasn't home. And I'm like, girl, you don't know how to pick up a bike? She's like, you don't even ride. And I'm like, at least I know how to pick one up. So I showed her how to pick up her bike.
So I've ridden street bikes before, and I've used to ride cross country, dirt bikes and stuff. But I'm just saying my current malady. I'm not sure. Especially if I had a passenger. I don't care about me, but if I had a passenger, that would be my.
Yeah.
So the nice thing I think about a trike.
She might be like, Dad, I don't want to get helmet hair.
Yeah, right. On a trike, the back seat for the back seat person, it's almost like a captain's chair. It's so
Yeah.
Great.
it's so
Yeah,
you know.
they're comfortable.
Have you ever been on one?
I've been on one, but I've never drove one.
Was it sit in?
But it was I mean, it seemed like the balance was good.
Yep.
And then those new ones, the cam ones with the 2 wheels in the front and one in the back. Like I said, I waited in line. I wanted to drive it around and see what it was like, but it was just getting to be too hot and I couldn't stand it anymore.
Yeah.
And the line was very big, but one of our neighbors has one. And like he said, it's just the turning. You have to take it up into a parking lot and figure it out to get the feel for it.
Yeah, because like a lot of bikes, you turn it by leaning.
Right. Yeah,
And
and that one you don't. It's
and
weird.
You don't lean into it to turn it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Like, the two front tires almost just move like a car, basically.
and they also can't too, from what I saw.
What?
On a Can-Am, I think the tires not only turn, but they can't. Like they go.
Yeah, they do.
So I can see how it would be very
Easier.
well. It'd be different for someone who's used to riding a regular bike. That you know what I mean?
True.
But I have heard from people who have them that you can take a turn a lot faster
Right.
in a Can-Am. Might get a crotch rocket just so I can be sassy for a few minutes.
Rocket. Listen,
Since I'm 35.
I've ridden on the back of a crotch rocket. They're not comfortable.
The best, I know they're not. The best part is,
I mean, at least I knew how to lean with the rider.
yeah.
Guy was like, you know how to sit on a motorcycle, right? And I'm like, of course I do.
No. It's a good question to ask because some people don't know.
I'm surprised Heidi Joe's sleeping.
That's a good thing, right?
It's a good thing, but it's shocking this early because she took a nap too today. She wasn't feeling too good today. And she had, sometimes after therapy, she just
Tired.
worn out and sore.
Yep.
And now she started to liven up towards the evening as the weather started getting better, like as the day went on. But then she took a nap though too, and I thought, well, she'll be up late. And nope, she's out. She's snoring. I can hear her snoring on the camera.
That's funny.
At least she's getting her sleep. That's the important thing. It means her body is trying to heal.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I got her these new vitamins she's taking. They're one a day for women between 40 and 50 years old because she's gonna be 40 this year.
Oh, I can't even take vitamins.
I got her those, and because she can't swallow pills, so I got her the gummies.
Yeah.
And I got her vitamin D3, and then I got her this probiotics too.
Oh, that's good. That will help with her guts.
Yep. And then in the morning, I've been making her smoothies, and I put a tablespoon of protein powder in because they said protein helps, the muscles heal.
It does.
And I've been doing that, and she's been tolerating it all. And finally, her whole system's working. Like she's going to the bathroom every day, like a normal, normal going to the bathroom, not being constipated. That was horrible.
When shit needs to happen.
Yep, for sure. That was scary, Char. We were on 11 days.
Wow.
Yep. And remember, I texted you guys and was like, the shit show
I-
started. Thank God.
Oh
It
yeah, I
was
remember you
bad,
said,
but
"Oh, thank God."
It
Yup.
was like, because what was I going to do? I couldn't let it go on much further, or I was going to have to take her back to the ER and have that taken care of.
Yeah, like Rob wanted
War
to
was
take
with you.
me to the hospital, like, what was it, last month when I couldn't go? Just like the Hashimoto.
Yeah.
It'll fuck
Oh,
that
yeah.
up.
When you have thyroid, when I had my thyroid removed, they put me on these high doses of calcium because your parathyroids control the calcium levels in your blood.
Mhm.
Well, they didn't remove my parathyroids. They just took the thyroid, but they jiggled the parathyroids around, which will make them go to sleep for a little bit and they have to kind of waken back up. So you have to take higher doses of calcium to compensate for that. But what they didn't say was you should take the calcium and a laxative because this calcium is going to bind you up to the point of no return.
Yeah.
It was so bad. And I wasn't allowed to strain. I just had throat surgery. So they're like, I understand you're constipated, but don't strain to get it out because you could damage your incision. I'm like, well, isn't that just wonderful?
But you know what I do? If I can't go for a while, I call my friend Rocco while I'm on the toilet. And for some reason that works. Like, you always call me when you have to go to
It was
the
castor oil.
Oh,
I
wow.
drank half a bottle of castor oil. There was no stopping it then.
Oh, I know. Trust me, I've had castor oil before
And
that.
I hate castor oil. It's gross.
But it worked though, right?
Oh, it worked.
Makes the labor go easier.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
like I said, I was glad like everything's regulating out for her. And she's on a good schedule too. Like I'm not letting her go more than 3 hours without eating something.
Yeah.
So she eats her breakfast, and 3 hours later I give her a little snack. And then I'll give her something for lunch. She usually skips lunch. She likes 2 bigger meals a day and more snacks.
Come along on
So that's
this
what I've been
during
doing.
the whole thing. Like I was here, switched to this, then did this.
Yeah, it's getting to be pretty. It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
But now that she's on that, like a better schedule,
Yeah.
it just seems like she's moving better too.
Oh,
And her balance is coming back.
That's good.
Yep, because she completely lost her balance. What, a week before surgery, it was really getting bad.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that. Alex, it's almost midnight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm about ready to go to bed myself.
It is 11:54.
If she's sleeping now, that means she's going to be up at the crack of dawn. She'll be up with the roosters.
Right.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
I can't remember where I seen it, but somebody said, their kid said, why is that rooster screaming Dr. Pepper? And then they played the rooster, and it does sound like he's saying Dr. Pepper. Now I can't unhear it.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
That is funny.
What are you doing?
Oh my
Don't
gosh,
do
I'm here
that.
saying it out loud.
Gypsy, don't do it. Don't.
Are you being naughty, Gypsy?
He is.
Being
I
naughty.
have this antique cabinet, and she has her claws up like she's going to do it.
She's
don't.
gonna.
Her eyeballs just went real big, like that cat
I'm
on
good.
Shrek.
Like, I'm not gonna behave anyway, Mom. Right?
Nah, she's giving up now.
She's like, eh.
Probably because
I'm
she
gonna
knows she'll
act like I'm gonna do it and
Yep,
see what mom does.
yep.
And okay. Mama got me.
Come over here. Come on. What are you doing?
Mama.
I told her to
No,
come here, and she fell down on her side.
Little bugger today.
Aw.
Yeah.
Which one's that?
cat is that?
It's Mama. I call
Um,
it Mama. It's girl.
okay.
I used to have her mama, Miss Piggy. What you doing that to me? But Piggy went to a different home, so somebody went
Oh.
down. I said, go ahead. I was like, okay. I wasn't taking care of you anymore because what's going on with my brother and everything.
Oh, she's stalking me now.
Oh,
I
and
see.
so, and Piggy came from Dusty, so
yeah.
she's a good mama.
I know you gotta go. You want to hear something really funny?
Yes.
What?
My mother, right? Like she always wanted a pug.
Okay.
My brother he asked me, he's like, "Will you go half and half to get mom a pet?" I'm like, "Sure." So he's like, "I need like $600." I'm like, "Oh, that's pretty expensive, but fine." So I gave it to him. So instead of getting her a dog like she wanted, he got her a cat.
Ugh,
It was like an F.
what she did to that poor animal.
That's what I'm getting at. But like, so it was like an F1. It was only one breed away from a completely feral wild
Oh,
cat,
geez.
right? So it was something that she shouldn't have had in the first place. But my mom, she's one of them special kind of people.
Special breed of hillbilly.
Yeah, special breed of hillbilly. And I say that because I am one. But so the cat used to attack her all the time, and draw blood and stuff. And for the life of me, I was like, "Mom, why is the cat attacking you? That don't make no sense, right?" And finally, years later, it comes out that if the cat did something bad, she would put it in a big brown bag and shake it.
Oh, geez. Well, no wonder it was attacking her.
The cat was mean to
That's
her.
what they did. Like,
I don't mean to laugh, but like, so this is an F1 breed, so it's feral almost to begin with, right? Like,
Right.
And so like it would like literally like stalk her and pounce her, and she just didn't have any sense. She'd like squirt it with a water bottle. She'd like, anyway.
She was mean to that poor cat.
She was mean to that cat, and she didn't ever. We never understood until the cat was gone. Why she was like, "Yeah, well, yeah, I used to put it in a paper bag and shake it." And I was like,
Yeah, no wonder it was attacking her. Holy cow.
yeah.
Titten. She did. Remember when she'd scoot him away, he'd go to give her loving and she'd be like swatting at him.
Yeah.
Like, Rob and I put our foot down to that.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Gypsy?
I become John Wick when it comes to my cats. Sorry.
Like Wick's
I'll
dog.
become John Wick really quick if you're trying to hurt my cats. Okay, good. Now you
Yeah,
know.
Gypsy's spoiled rotten.
Yeah.
She wouldn't even know what a swat at her. She would faint if I swatted at her. She wouldn't know what the hell I was doing.
Yeah.
All I got to do is go, like that. Make that noise, and she's like, okay, I'm not doing that.
I do that too, but sometimes I gotta get a little pop, especially Miss Stella over here. Let me get her nails down.
The one downstairs, Luna? That bitch. Oh. I get her with the spray bottle. Oh my God, is she
I've
bad?
done a spray bottle, but I don't like popping my cats unless I have to really do it. But usually what I do to show my dominance, I get them by the scruff of the neck and tell, hey, you
That's
forget
what
the alpha
I
here.
scrub her and I talk right in her face.
Yep.
And I put her down. And she has this habit. She's been scratching the chair that Heidi sits in. Scratching it up. So now I got the spray bottle and she hates it. So I'm like, now I've told you no, like 300 times now. Now you've pushed me to the brink. Now you're getting water.
Yep.
So I sprayed her this morning. She stayed upstairs for 2 hours and then came down. She didn't scratch that chair again.
Hey,
I
cats neat.
it's going to be ruined if she keeps doing that.
Yeah. A lot of people don't understand cats need their alpha just like dogs do.
Right.
And these girls know who the alpha is. So,
Right.
like Mama Cat, she's the oldest out of these all of these girls, and I tell the girls, I said, don't do that to your mama.
Right.
So she knows what she did wrong yesterday because she ran away, and she did it again today, and she's like, I had to go by the scruff of the neck and like, hey, I'm getting your nails done. This is getting to a point because they're about to crawl in. I said, no,
Right.
no, you don't get your nails cut because these can hurt your paws, and I don't want them to hurt your pads.
Right.
Hated it. She ran away and she got mad at me for about 5 seconds, and she saw me and started loving on me. I'm like, I figured you would. Like my
Gypsy's
brother-
horrible. I have to put her in this groomer bag, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, and I have these metal hangers, the old-fashioned metal hangers.
Uh-huh.
And that groomer bag, her feet stick out the bottom, right?
I wanted
She's
to
in
get that.
Okay. These old metal hangers, I hang her in the closet on the hangers through the handles. So that way I got both hands free and she's hanging on there and she's fine because the bag's supporting her. And then I grab one, I put socks on the other 3 feet, baby socks. And I grab the one, cut her nails, remove the sock, put the sock on the one I just cut the nail. Hurry up and cut, because that is how crazy she is about it.
That's how Stella is. She gets
'Cause
vicious.
that's how I do it alone. If Matt's here, he just holds her feet.
Yeah, that's what we try to do with Stella, with my sister.
Oh, you got fighting pussy behind you.
One of them was extra loving, this one doesn't want to be touched. That's what we try to do with Stella, but Stella, we have to get her with a towel or anything, but she didn't want that. She attacked me and my sister. That's why I got that big old scratch from my stomach from. But I was, and I had to get her. I said, fine, I'll get you tomorrow. And that's what I did. I sat on my bed, got my blanket on top of me, had her wrapped, and I was holding her like, you
Yeah,
ain't doing that again.
Luna, we put her in like a taco roll.
Mhm.
We leave her front, we get her
Yep.
front feet, and then we taco roll her again and get her back feet.
Yep.
But Gypsy, she's horrible. Like that bag, that grooming bag, it's
Mhm.
great for a bath. And I only bath her like once a year because Gypsy's she doesn't go outside. She don't get into nothing. She grooms herself. She never stinks. But like once a year, I'll bath her in the summertime. But I have to use that bag, and I have to have Matt help me because even with that bag, hell yeah, man, she is a handful.
She's vicious.
Yep.
Used to like to just get in the shower with people. That's how Titten would be.
Oh,
That's how
Mooshy, my
the
old
boys
cat
are.
Mooshy, get right in the tub. I would finish taking a bath. She'd jump right in the water and walk all around. She didn't care. Splash in there.
My cats don't like water. Poor
Luna's terrified
Lion.
of water.
Poor
It
Lion.
takes 3 of us to bath Luna. Luna's a nut bag.
Yeah, we don't bathe our cats. That's ultra rare that we do, depending on what it is. But poor Lion, when she had her in 2020 and everything else, her paw got tore up. So we had to take her to the doctor, to the vet. And it was infected. You could smell it. I had to wait. And to get the thing. So we go, and luckily they said, hey, it could be this, take it to the doctor. I said, okay. I was scared because I didn't have that kind of money at all for about $1,200 or $1,400. I didn't have that kind of money. Luckily, the stimulus check came in and everything. And I said, okay, we can take her in. We were washing her paw in the water. We got some, the gauze, and we put some silver on it. It freaking hurt me going to work, back to work in 2020. And then my sister and my nephew was doing her paw. We kept it going. In January, that's when her doctor's appointment was going and everything else. And they called me and they're like, hey, Miss Roberts, Lion doesn't need her surgery, by the way. I said, huh? The thing that's going on with her paw is just gone. I said, oh, okay. Then I said, hey, I had to tell my friend, I said, hey, I got to pick up Lion and everything else. Let me tell my brother and everything else to get her and everything. Says, yeah, she didn't need it. I'm like, Super silver. There we go. And that's what we have is pet silver. We sprayed on the cats. It healed pretty fast. We have had to use it on Halloween before because she's allergic to fleas, so she scratched herself really, really bad. And we put some other stuff on, healed within.
Did you hear that?
Days.
Did you hear it?
I think so.
That was
It's
weird.
funny as how when I talk.
That doesn't sound like.
What?
It's weird.
Yeah. This time I don't know what it is.
It only does it every once in a while.
Yeah, just every
It
once in a
probably
while.
wants to know wants her attention. But right now I'm ignoring it. So that's just me right now. But yeah. But she every time she
And
goes
what's it
by
called?
Pet
What's
Silver.
it called?
Pet Silver. Let me find it.
Pet Silver.
Let me show it to you. But I have it. I have to get some more.
Yeah, that whatever that sound was, that was weird.
What was that same like manly voice from the,
Yeah, it sounded like a guy.
Yeah.
like that same?
From Superman.
No, from
No,
earlier.
Like it started like mimicking Alex.
It
it's
did
probably messing with me.
change.
It's probably messing with me. Wherever it is messing with me then. But I'm here and ignoring it. But this is what it is. Pelt Silver Wound Spray. You can use it on cats and dogs. It's painless antimicrobial formula. But what my brother got was a gel form called Super Silver. He gets it from InfoWars. So we got that and we put it on her paw.
Right.
And sometimes it would stick on there, so we had to wet it for it to come off and let it air dry and let it go forward and that. But it worked. This stuff is awesome because after that, okay, it's only a bill. She doesn't need it, so we started spraying it on it. We put it on the gauze, and it worked the way it did. And I was like, and ever since then, because we had to wash her paws to get all of that stuff off and everything. Every time we go by the wash, she's like, hell no. She's like, you ain't getting me in here again. I'm like, oh, we're not planning to, but okay. Now Stella got into the habit now going outside with me. I'm like, nope, you can't go outside no more. Because she likes to run around. I'm like, nope. And Jezebel likes to go outside. She got out of the fence. My brother left to chase her. I was like, you ain't doing that again. This is sweetheart though.
All right, guys, I think I'm gonna get off of here. And
Yeah, it's 12:09. Rob and I have stuff to do tomorrow.
yeah, I'm gonna get going.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
lady.
Good night.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, that was weird.
Yeah. It's probably, like I said, it's probably messing with me and I'm just ignoring it. So still nice to mess with me more and I'm just ignoring it. So
Yeah.
I don't care. Quite to be honest. I can get mad all I want. Probably gave me attention so I can talk, but I'm not paying no attention to it.
Yeah.
And my nephew's playing on the video game, so I'm like, maybe it's him. But every time everybody hears it, he's not talking or hasn't been talking for a while. So I'm like, no, it's not my nephew. Because he gets loud. We all know that.
Mm-hmm.
So
I got to remember, I can't make certain facial expressions anymore because, like, this part of my face is now frozen for 3 months.
you can laugh, but you can't tell you're laughing.
I can't do, like, the Vulcan eyebrow very good. Because that actually hurt.
So she got resting face. I'm not gonna say what kind.
You got resting Rob face.
I do.
Resting bitch face. That's fine.
That is 110% resting.
Hey, I'm sorry, he got you on that one.
Yep. Resting face.
No, it's what's it called? It's hibernating for 3 months. There
Resting
you go.
bitch face. I know you didn't want to say it.
Resting bitch face?
No, it's called resting bitch face. Like,
Yeah, that's what it said. Resting bitch face. I know exactly what it is. I have that. People looked at me, you got a resting bitch face. Yeah, probably do. Because I realize I'm nice. I'm already thinking about something in my head.
Rob has 3 expressions. That is it.
Aw. Angry?
I think that's part of resting Rob face.
Yeah. I don't know if I have 3. I think I might have 2.
So angry and sad, or happy or angry?
I don't know. He's got resting Rob face that looks angry.
Yep.
Yeah.
So did your dad.
No. Usually resting bitch face is usually when a woman is angry, so there he looks angry.
Huh.
So he has the male version.
Well, if I am a lesbian in a man's body, is it not?
Then you have resting bitch face.
Then I still have resting bitch face, right?
Yeah.
I don't
Exactly.
want to be a female.
Well, that's like half of these so-called fake, well, they're fake transgenders, saying that they're a non-binary transgender lesbian. It's like you're a dude with a dick and you like, what's wrong? That's all they are. It's like, when is this shit gonna end? Anyway, my head hurts
Okay.
because, like, the Botox
Mm-hmm.
for a few days.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I'm gonna hurt for a few days. Oh,
And you're tired.
I got to show that palette today because it's still on.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, there's a little shimmer. Can you see it? Right there.
Mm-hmm. A little bit, sure. Shimmer.
I have to say, it's pretty nice. And the
That's
fact that it stayed on is pretty good. So it's like I took that deep purple just to kind of smoke it out a bit. I think that worked. Look, right here, if Rob was able to see the screen, be like, that looks like something a hooker would wear. Or a stripper. Because of the shine.
Hey, they're cool people.
Yeah, it's a little bit shine. Yeah, I was gonna do a look today, and of course everything happened. So I was like, wasn't meant to be then.
Well, I let Ann know that I got
on the videos because I already did.
What's
Damn,
wrong?
no, she doesn't want to be bothered. That was a pushy one.
Oh.
And Jazzo doesn't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
But the funny part is, Nala's the biggest one out of the females. She looks like a male, but in reality, she's a female. At first, when she's growing up, I'm like, dang, she's big for a
transgender kitty.
She is. I call her my transgender kitty. That's exactly what I call her. She's my transgender kitty. And people are like, that's just no look. She's
Maybe she's a hermaphrodite.
About maybe a little bigger than her brother, and her brother's big.
She could be a hermaphrodite, though.
No, she's a female.
No, I know. I'm joking. Sarcasm.
I get sarcasm. I was like, wait a minute, she's a female. She's really sweet, but she's very, when it comes to people, she's very skittish.
Mm-hmm.
Halloween, she loves people. She loves to get attention. Stella, she likes only me. She likes people, but she likes me. Lion over here is very timid. She loves everybody. Except for other cats named Sissy, who has took her daddy. Then Jezebel, she likes my sister, but she's pretty cool, pretty nice. Rusty is the one who's blind, who cannot see, so she's a very smart, strong kitty. Of course, Mama, she loves everybody. What am I missing? It's everybody. Sissy's downstairs with my brother. She likes my brother and me. And then we got the boys. Their own special. Oh, we only get two this time. Yay. That shimmer.
I know. You can still see more.
Every time there's a light, there's a shimmer.
Oh,
Every time you blink, there's a shimmer.
is there?
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
I looked like, oh, that's funny. Like glow in the dark shimmer kind of way.
Thought
With the
maybe.
light.
Oh my goodness.
What?
Oh God.
What?
You thinking about a glow in the dark eyeshadow palette?
No, I'm thinking about the time that
I can make one, you know.
Yeah.
Amazon has ingredients for making eyeshadow.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the time that like I took all these different colored chem sticks and broke them, cut them.
Rob did something naughty with a bunch of those glow sticks in different colors.
Oh, Lord.
What'd you say you did with them? Mr. Naughty Glow Stick?
I broke them, snapped them, cut them open. They're non-toxic and biodegradable, and I body painted someone with them. Turned the lights off, and it was like cool.
You,
I
sir.
was glow in the dark party, and my I called my best friend and everything else, and we were spraying glow in the light stuff on each other and having fun.
Yeah. I suppose that would be like going to Coachella and all that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't like doing those kind of things. I'm just
I was invited to go to Coachella, but
Coachella.
I didn't want, first of all, I didn't have the money to fly out.
It's Coachella.
It's a festival.
Yeah, we're
And I
all.
really didn't want to be around James Charles. Not really.
Well, you
Because
don't
he
have to
was,
be
you
near 'em.
know, huh?
You don't have to be near 'em.
And he was walking around trying to touch people.
Well,
No.
a lot of people do touch. But I know what you mean with James Charles. But he doesn't go after women. So he
Yes,
can be
he did. Yes, he did. He was walking up to a bunch of women with his new eyeshadow and asking if he could put some eyeshadow on them. And it was dumb.
How is it done?
Put eyeshadow on one of their eyes and that was it. Like, if you're going to put eyeshadow on something, at least both eyes, not just one.
Well, yeah. It's also called advertising.
Well, I know, but he's also a licensed makeup artist. So he asked if he could do a person's makeup, and that meant their makeup, not just one eye.
We also don't know the full story on that one either. So, like I said, I just look at both sides. I don't like James Charles. He's a predator, and I know that. So there you go.
You what?
So I don't like James Charles.
Neither do I. He's a pedophile.
Yeah.
Anyway, girl, I gotta get off here because my head is screaming. So, right.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Say well.
You too. Okay. Good night, everyone.